Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 207th episode of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of May 6th, 2023. We are recording late, but that's okay. It's my dad's birthday. I am your host, Ellis.
Dad.
I am your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, I have, in this order, Dean Massara, TJ Sakosio, Aiden Jansen, and our guest, Ian H.
Leading the way, TWA.
The Conrail Man.
Yes.
And we have... Oh, man. The mantle of responsibility is an interesting thing, and I can't wait to get to it, and we have tons of other stuff to talk about, so the train will terminate at this station.
Hi, we are in Shinjuku, Japan. It is just about rush hour there, so hopefully there'll be plenty of train action.
I was already seeing like 2 and 3 and 4 trains on this camera at once. I love how they eliminated the crossovers too. It's just maximum efficiency. Switches impede efficiency. Anyway, Class 1 Mantle, are you guys ready for this?
Do it. We'll go with that.
The first wreck that I put down, actually, sorry, no, there are 2 back-to-back from Union Pacific where they hit a truck. They demolished, like, an empty box truck on April 24th, and then on the 25th, they had another grade crossing accident where 5 locomotives and 24 cars derailed.
How do you manage that?
They really piled them up, carrying cottonseed, plastic pellets, fertilizer, and most of them were empty. And of course, there are not too many hazardous chemicals that get carried in grain hoppers. So,
holy crap, that is stacked.
Yeah, that's
Also, rip that FedEx truck.
Was it a FedEx? Oh, the first one was a FedEx truck. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah,
Federal Express.
It got more like Federal Explosion. It got peeled.
Average damn.
Where's the GIF? Julius is not here for this, but I have saved that GIF of the FedEx truck getting hit by the front runner train.
Gosh.
The train that he was on. Anyway, 2 days later, BNSF, the current mantle holder, drops a train into the Mississippi River.
As one does.
In Wisconsin, so like the very top of the Mississippi River.
So the chemicals can flow down.
Yeah, they'll get all the farmland on the way.
All of the fogs.
2 of the 3 locomotives and an unknown number of cars carrying freight of all kind. 2 containers went into the Mississippi. Neither contain hazardous materials. Some containers contain paint on lithium-ion batteries.
Oh, great.
Yeah, those derailed on the shore, thankfully. The volumes involved don't pose a risk to the river or the communities. Not like a tremendously bad accident, but man, the mantle holder dethroned immediately. And then the railroad...
It's the precursor to freeing the ocean car batteries.
Yeah, there you go. If you throw the batteries in the ocean before you even get them, you cut out the middleman. And then CN, which would have been in line for the mantle next, wrecks a train into... they didn't wreck it into anything. They had a small chemical leak as a result of a quote-unquote small derailment. It looks pretty...
In railroading terms, that could mean anything.
Yeah, no explosion. It did contain cars of adipic acid, which it was controlled, posed no threat to public safety or drinking water. Used in the manufacture of nylon. The derailment also included cars carrying hexamethyldiamine, used in textiles and plastics. You know it's bad when it's like a 6-syllable... Yeah, it's a 6-syllable chemical. But we must give the award to... Let's see. So...
Hexamethyldiamine.
CPKC had their fiery wreck in Maine on the 15th, and on the same day, Train 279 hit all the salsa. So
Yeah.
I have just a meme for that, actually. Hold on.
I don't know
Oh.
which one of these railroads to give the mantle to, so I'm just going to give it to both of them.
I gotta
What?
find it.
Okay.
Where is it?
Okay, let me just say this, though. Is it really fair to be, this is something that's kind of eaten at me for a bit. Is it really fair to, like, fault railroads for natural disasters
go.
and or people just ignoring the crossing?
No, however,
Yes,
I'm going to continue
both.
doing it.
Fair
No,
enough.
both of those can be eliminated by removing the railroads.
The solution, I think East, you and I already
The
know
solution
the
is
solution.
always more trucks.
Well, no, it's a train cannon.
That too.
So, anyway, the Class 1 mantle responsibility will be at CPKC's place on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and every other Sunday. And NS will have it the other days. So,
Oh my god.
they'll be sharing that until one of them wrecks, which I'm sure will be within days. CSX is the only unchanged wreck, or the unchanged status here. Their wreck was on 420, just as a fun reminder. All of the links to all of these will be available in the cargoes below. What is the best wreck, guys? I think it's the piled up freight cars. I'm not sure how you can beat that with the current slate.
Truth be told, I agree.
Yeah.
Although, you could argue that, the, Foamer hose gone mad with the destruction of one of the CP Heritage units, depending on your viewpoint.
Wait, which
Oh,
was?
yeah.
From a certain
Which
point
one
of
was
view.
that?
I think that's
That was
from last.
CPKC.
Oh, the CPK.
That was CPKC.
That was last week though. They've already got the mantle back.
Fair enough.
Just in things that happened in the last couple weeks, I think it's the UP thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me say this for legal reasons. Just kidding, but for real, I'm glad the crew managed to survive something like that. Washouts are no joke.
Yeah, I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm not sure anyone died as a result of these incidents. So that's good to hear, because usually the headline is one killed as a result of blah blah blah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Wichita Eagle reports the driver of the truck. Yeah, okay. It mentions the driver of the truck. It doesn't say died. But yeah, hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. Yeah, okay. So I think this was a clean week. Maybe yeah. I don't think anyone died this week. That's good. That's always good. And also no deaths. Actually, let me verify this before I say it out loud.
Oh my.
Deaths
Oh my.
on the presidential range. List of people who died on the presidential range. Let me scroll down to the bottom. Let me just make sure there are no new additions from the last couple weeks. No. Okay, the last edition was August 25th, 2022. Nobody's died in the presidential range yet this year, and the Mount Washington COG is contributing to that by providing rides to and from the observatory because the road got washed out. There was a fresh foot of snow on Mount Washington this past Tuesday. It is still winter up there. And
you were sad.
I am sad because I'm not there. So yeah, the COG has been taking the staff to and from the mountaintop while they've been repairing the road. Absolutely crazy. And I didn't know they had a giant rotary plow attachment for the diesel engines.
I didn't either. That was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's angled too, like everything else.
Yep. I realized, TJ, you sent this article, and I read through it briefly, and I went, well, damn, how'd they do that? And then I realized they went engine with the plow, because it's always engine behind coach.
Yeah.
Always engine pushing coach, because there's no coupler on the cog. Everything's just held in place by gravity. And so it was a lead engine with the plow attachment, and then the engine pushing the coach behind it. Again, neat stuff. And TJ, on the flip side, you want to tell us about the MBTA thing while we're in our neck of the woods?
Yeah, it's just a funny little...
Oh, it's real funny.
So the T has one up themselves yet again. So I don't know if people remember a while ago something fell in one of the red line stations
Yep. And barely missed someone. There's a great video of the person, like, it falling an inch in front of their face, and them just stepping back like, oh, whoa. Yeah. I don't have that video on hand, but I'm sure it's findable. Continue, TJ, sorry.
Yeah, so this equipment was it was a the equipment that fell on a woman in the Harvard station this week was part of a forgotten program to demonstrate technology that could detect and identify biological agents inside subway stations. The MBTA officials said the program dates back to 2011. The boxes have served no purpose since the pilot program ended in 2013. Adding, MBTA General Manager Phil Eng has directed personnel to begin the process of removing the remaining 13 boxes at all 3 stations.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
It's been in the ceiling for 10 years.
Yep. And there's more of them.
I'm posting I am putting the link for the ceiling tile, which was the last incident in the cargoes. And also this. But yeah, this has been the fun times in the MBTA. TJ, you and I took a train today. Thankfully, it was on fire, but in all the right ways.
Well, nothing fell on my head.
Nothing fell on your head, that's true. Maybe a couple cinders or something. Although it's...
That woman should have actually fell down and been like, ow,
yeah.
for insurance reasons.
Oh my.
Yeah, and then they sue the MBTA and the MBTA says, sorry, we can't pay you, we're broke. But no, yeah, TJ...
one banger and R-stick.
TJ and I went to an antique power festival today. Thanks to...
I'm uploading a couple pictures in our video.
Please do. Thanks to Mew for reminding me that this was happening. This was at the Connecticut Antique Machinery Association. It's their spring power-up. They had stationary engines, they had hit-or-miss engines, they had a case steam tractor that was hooked up to a saw, but at one point they sort of let wander around the grounds. And they had this
on the ground.
This Hawaiian 242, which is super duper cute, and they spent most of the time trying to fix the air compressor.
Oh wait, isn't that the locomotive from the sugarcane train?
Yeah, it's a Hawaiian engine.
Oh, it is. Cool, cool. It's still around.
I don't know if it's the sugarcane train engine because I think doesn't that still run?
No, it did until a couple years ago. Then the whole thing got put up for sale.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not this one then.
No, this one left Hawaii, like back in the 50s or 60s. It was sidelined after Pearl Harbor.
It was sidelined on Pearl Harbor Day.
Yeah, and then it sat on a pier for like 25 years, and then it was shipped to California, and it began like this weird tour of the U.S. in like unplanned tour of the U.S. It was at the Cumbres and Toltec for a while. It's 3 foot, if you couldn't tell.
3 foot gobbles.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if there were any particular things that you wanted to talk about from this show, TJ.
Not really. I'm just happy that. I'm happy that they got the steam engine running. It was. I was on the way down, reading the website, and they were talking about how unforeseen circumstances may lead to like certain pieces of machinery we advertise not running or whatever. And I was like, oh, like in the back of my mind, I was like, it would suck if the train was broken. Like the train was broken.
Lafayette also drove y'all around it seems.
Oh, he was.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to bring him. It was a dog-friendly event. Lafayette took his first train ride on this little sugarcane locomotive. By the way, they don't have any coaches. The only rolling stock they have are 2 gondolas, which are cocooned they added roofs to them.
That's not true. They have a ex-dump car that's now a wagon that you can like ride.
Oh, right, they have a little rider gun. So I was sandbagging a little bit because I wanted to give the revelation that you ride on the tender.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. This is...
Dump cars are a very interesting piece of rolling stock, for sure.
Yeah, and they hook that up to their little Plymouth, but when they're running the steam engine, they can seat like, I don't know, a dozen people on the tender.
Wow.
It was really neat. It was not like any operation that I've seen before.
Yeah, it was funny. I told Ellis it was kind of dumb of me, but I didn't really put two and two together that it was an oil burner until we were told that it was an oil burner, not the fact that I had walked next to the locomotive and taken pictures of it all day, and then I was sitting on the spot where the coal would be.
Yeah, with all the stuff they do with wood.
They're like, oh, it's oil fired. I was like, oh, it's oil fired. And then I was like, wait, of course it is. I'm sitting on the tank.
That was the first time that I got to
Excellent
look into
observational
the
skills.
Yeah, that is the first time that I got to look into the firebox of an oil burner, and it just looks like a gas grill, just like a big
It
gas
does.
grill.
Yeah, it looks like my furnace downstairs in my basement.
Yeah.
Oh my.
In terms of what the flames look and sound like. But yeah, this was such a cute little dude. I'm glad to see this going. And one of the guns they have is Rio Grande. So I took a picture of that and I sent it out as my streaks on Snapchat, and I got 3 separate replies from people asking, "Where are you?" Because all you could see is the Rio Grande on the side of the car.
I was gonna ask that, but then I am remembered. Oh yeah, Steam Fair.
Yeah.
I just asked Grand, or I didn't even ask. I just stated Grand,
Great.
or to the appropriated Grande.
The
Ah.
Grande.
No,
The
please
Rio
no.
Grande.
Ah.
It's a different. It's just this size of locomotive.
Yeah, I was surprised how not much bigger 3-foot is than 2-foot. Well, actually, let me correct myself. The locomotives are very similar in size, but the caboose, that bobber caboose, looked huge compared to.
Oh right, they have the caboose. That's.
Kabobber.
I don't even
Yeah,
think it's a.
on top.
Was
well,
it
I don't
actually
even
a
know if it's
bobber caboose?
It looks
If
like
it's
a
two
bobber. I don't
axle,
know.
yes.
Well, it was on shop trucks, so
Yeah.
I kept looking at it and I was like, "That's not a bobber, but it looks like a bobber." But it didn't look like a bob. It wasn't a bobber because it had shop trucks. So I don't know.
It currently was not. I don't think it is. It looked a little bit too big to be a bobber, but it's a very small caboose. It is not like a 1009 small caboose, but it was relatively small.
Hey, you never know. Weirder things have happened.
The thing, no, I'm not. I don't think anyone here is having a relationship with this caboose quite the same as 1009.
210?
No,
Jesus Christ.
not.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. We're done here.
When you're older.
I already know. I already know about it. I spent my time on DeviantArt in 2017 to 2019.
Oh no! You don't know. You don't know the history.
You don't want to know.
Unfortunately, I do.
No, you
But
don't. We won't go
young
through
man.
here.
Fine, okay, fine. I don't. Continuing.
all right, I was gonna put the thing in. Yeah, but this was a really, really great event. I had never heard of this place before. TJ, you and I sort of knew that there was a Hawaiian engine somewhere in.
Yeah, we knew at one point, and then I think we collectively forgot.
Yeah.
We knew I think the only thing we remembered about this museum was that there was a Hawaiian steam locomotive and that it was in Western Connecticut.
Yeah.
And so everything else about the rest of the steam collection, the steam ups, anything was just like boop out the window. It was like steam, Connecticut, whatever.
Oh, you had to go to Connecticut? You poor soul.
We had to go all the way to the other end of Connecticut. It sucked.
Oh,
Oh, so you have to go to New
You
York.
had to maximize
Almost,
your
yeah.
time in Connecticut.
Oh, I was making a joke the entire time that none of these people work in Connecticut.
Yeah, the houses are all too nice.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
It's true.
Okay.
It's just all people that work in New York City.
For New York. Yeah.
No, I can't.
Can't. But yeah.
It was nice. We
That's
met
the title. That's the title.
We met some cool people.
Connecticut.
Met some nice dogs.
Oh my god, yeah, there were so many dogs there. It was great.
There was this one big giant dog that was really into Lafayette.
Yeah, he just kept
And-
following us around.
Yeah, he really wanted to hang out with Lafayette.
That's
So
because
he was
I'm just a good
walking
boy.
around,
Good boy.
just lumbering around.
Yeah, that was the thing. He wasn't on a leash, and he would just sort of, he was the sweetest thing, but he would just sort of materialize out of nowhere. He would just like come out of the crowd and just come over to Lafayette and just stick his big face in his face.
And then he wouldn't leave.
Yeah. And then he'd get bored and just sort of wander off to come back later. It happened at least 3 separate times.
It sounds like you found true love.
Yeah.
Um,
He did find this other little black dog that really wanted to play with him, and I wish we could have explored that relationship more because it was really cute.
The young man.
Dog is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw steam engines turning things bigger than I had ever seen before, so that was pretty cool.
Oh god, yeah, the mill engines they had there were pretty good sized.
Yeah, I think one of them has like a 14-foot diameter wheel.
Yep.
And then there was like a cool blacksmith display. There was like sawmill displays, and they would alternate between like an early diesel combustion engine and a steam tractor that could not only like move, like drive around, but I think Ellis mentioned this at the beginning, the one he said would roam around.
Yeah.
But they also had it hooked up to like a sawmill or apparatus, and then they were like cutting boards with it the whole time. It was neat.
Yeah, because they're building like a new shed. So they're, again, you pointed this out, and I love it as well when a historical organization uses its historical machinery to help like build itself.
Yeah.
Always epic.
Yeah, I feel like the WWF is the best example of that I can think of, but this was very cool.
Is the best like improvise, adapt, overcome
Yes.
place, because like
Yes.
they've taken like Australian stuff, they've taken different gauge stuff, they've taken like stuff that was standard, like Troutbrook Bridge was standard gauge. They have a standard gauge diesel. They had a 2-foot 6-inch number 10. They're one of their steam locomotives. Like that's 2 foot now.
Yep.
The I think their Australian track machine was
They're it was it's not the track machine, it's the tamper.
the Tampa, right. Either that was 2 foot already and they just had to get it from Australia, or they had to re-gauge it from like meter or something. I don't remember. But
I think it was 2 foot already, but either way, I mean, them picking up stuff from the opposite side of the planet is always great. Anyway, that's the 2-footed, that's the narrow gauge talk.
someone last thing I'll say about the steam up. They give a little. It was nice. They pull you down to the end of their little like run, and then they do like a little spiel about the locomotive.
Mm-hmm.
And they did say they had some big things coming, or hopefully some big things that they want to do for the 100-year anniversary. But also, it was kind of funny. Someone was like, yeah, like 3-foot narrow, like this is like 3-foot gauge, narrow gauge. So like, out in Colorado, they use it. They use it at like the East Broad Top in Pennsylvania. Up in Maine, they use it, the Maine narrow gauge. And then the engineer stuck his head out the window and he goes, "That's 2 foot."
It's 2 foot.
Yeah, I didn't hear most of the spiel because Lafayette was not enjoying his first train ride. He was just like winding up a storm.
Take first.
Yep.
Windy at.
He was trying to climb on my shoulders.
Watchbook.
That sounds like my mom's Shih Tzu.
Yeah, there was a Shih Tzu
I
there.
shit you not.
The-
No, not Shih Tzu. She died.
Oh.
Yorkie.
Oh, I love Yorkies.
Turkey?
Anyway,
Let me find a picture of Teddy.
so has anyone else been doing stuff in the train or steam sphere? I know, Dean, you have a car story.
I've been doing some train stuff.
Well, I mean, if Dean's problem gets really bad, it could turn into a Steam story.
Steam story.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, Yorkie.
Yorkie. So what have you been doing, East?
The puppy.
I've been expanding the wonderful world that is known as Strode City.
Oh, Miamo.
Yeah, my ammo.
That's, yeah. For those not in the know, Miamo is East and Seeb's district of Geiger on the multiplayer surveyor.
Oh.
Do you have pictures?
Yeah, I'm grabbing photos.
I was not checking my phone very much today, but I saw some really cursed looking pictures of like 12-lane wide highways or something.
Yeah. To be honest.
Oh god. Oh my god, it's so bad. I hate this. And the thing is, it's so well done, I can't hate it that much, but Yeah, is this what you guys have gotten up to lately? I haven't looked in that corner of the world.
It
Quite
just
a lot has
physically
changed.
repels you.
Oops.
Oh my.
B. What is changed? What are the highlights?
So I guess I'll just take an overarching photo of my ammo.
My ammo. I just can't.
That
Yeah.
that's like the detailed part right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get over that name. My ammo.
Well, it's Miami, but it's the north. We originally think of doing Waiawa because it's just Miami, but the M's are W's because it's upside down.
It's effing Wario.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were going for, but we brought it up in the chat, and one of you guys was like, "That's terrible." And we're like, "Okay, we're sticking with Miami."
Yeah, no,
instead of
I
Waiawa."
know I said that it wasn't like that. Miami was a better name. It's just the comedic potential is untapped. So
this is the newest addition to Miami.
Yeah.
It's this like little dock area.
A canal.
Mm-hmm.
Canal, yeah. It's a canal that cuts through whatever the place is called.
Okay.
And I did O'Gilly's and Kavan a nice favor and did their bridges for them.
That was very nice of you.
Very, very nice of you.
Oh, yeah, see, when you posted this picture the first time and you were like, I'm building a canal, I looked at it and I could not comprehend where this was because I went, well, where'd those bridges come from? And now understanding that you built them makes it make a lot more sense to me, but when you had explained, oh, it's Kavan's, then I went, oh, okay, like, I sort of vaguely get where this is. But, yeah, we have a canal. We have a canal side. There's going to be some, definitely not Dutch people getting drunk and falling in.
Oh.
I'm already planning to put some bikes at the bottom.
At the bottom, nice.
Oh
I
no.
have like some waterfront cafes and stuff like that. The only interesting situation is what we're gonna do with the interurban.
Mm.
Because also like
Ow.
it crosses at a very
Oh, God
interesting
damn it.
spot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on. You can't, like, not break one of my plans. Can you just, like,
What?
angle the canal 30 degrees to the left and bring it out to the left somewhere?
What in the hell am I looking at?
Wait, can you just have the
evil.
canal follow that road a little bit more? That's diagonal to it, that where it goes like the road
90
comes
degrees
straight
to the
down through
left.
the bridges. After it makes that corner, what if it just like goes diagonal and then straight once it gets past where the interurban crosses the river? Because this looks
The reason why I did it here is because this is like one of two, this is the area where there's like not some major crossover between O'Gilly's, Kavan, myself, and everyone else.
Yeah, we'll figure the
'Cause if I-
interurban out.
If I go any more to the right, of course the interurban in connection is, but if I go any to the left, that's when the massive, weird beginning section of the interchange between everyone and everyone begins.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't blame
Um,
you for putting it here. I would like to take a look at it at some point, but heaven knows when I'll get on MPS again when I have time. We did have a pretty productive Sunday driving a couple weeks ago, or last week rather.
We did.
And I feel like we got some good work out of there, trying to connect the two older districts. And then you guys went and built a racetrack, which was also cool.
Yeah,
The Geiger Motor Speedway.
Yep.
we have Gaytona Speedway.
Gaytona. Anyway, so
And I also did some repairing of model trains, but I don't have any photos of that. I'm just bringing that out there.
now,
L.
Yum.
Competing with Jada's business, of my own business,
I mean,
in
is
which
it a
I'm still going
business?
to pay Jada.
Is it
Well, I technically I
healthy?
have one of Sieb's rolling stock, because Sieb's and I share like all of our rolling stock because we basically live next to each
The
other.
Florida commune, yeah.
Yeah, the Florida commune.
Listen, you can't, but don't let them hear you say that.
Yeah, no, I know I'd be shot if the
It's
second
the-
like calm comes out of my mouth.
It's the don't say bliat law.
That comrade.
Oh no.
But Ellis, if you think
Oh,
that's bad,
Oh no.
you didn't even gonna begin to comprehend the intersection we have planned for this.
I don't want to. I'm good.
Too bad, you're gonna comprehend it anyway.
Okay.
So this is going to be a future intersection between the Strode and the highway.
Please just
Don't
build a
mind
spooey. Please just build a spooey. Just
What's a spooey?
a single point urban interchange. Look it up. It's super cool. Build one.
Okay, but first of all, this is my ammo. We
No.
don't do cool things.
No. Please, please. I'm begging you.
Second of all, yes, the railroad track is there, and yes, it is going to stay there.
I want to move. I want to move on to somebody else's thing. Who else has done stuff?
God, this is just like Poplar.
Uh,
Oh,
What?
fuck.
Oh wait, you have
I know
reference
how,
photos,
how
Dean?
this works.
Oh,
What?
God,
Send
no.
the
All right, can we
GPS
move on to-
coordinates over.
Ian, what have you done?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm just saying that there is an intersection just like this by one of my offices, and I have to deal with it.
oh
You
my
need to
god.
send me
Oh, I'd like to deal with it.
where that intersection is, so I can deal with it.
I will. Give me a second.
All right, genuinely
no-
though, Ian, do you have anything neat that you want to talk about that you've been up to in the last couple of weeks? That isn't a secret project, mind you.
Where is it?
I mean, I can showcase this. I've been knocking out a few modules based on generic locations here for redacted. So this one I actually finished last night at 3 a.m.
Okay.
which is based on a photo I have, and for said redacted project, it's slow going, but it's basically just what I can get done and what I can use.
Did you place
all
these
that.
telephone poles individually and then lean them over?
The left ones, yes. The right one, the one on the right side of the right of way, is a spleen. Spline? How do you say it?
Yeah, spline.
Spline.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was spline. I don't know why I said spleen.
God damn it! I want to do this. The
But-
leading poles are fantastic.
Thanks. Like I said, it's based on a photograph. If I'm not mistaken, that's Pearson, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Dean, that's not what I was expecting. We've got a million of those in Florida. Homie, the FEC right away runs parallel to a highway.
Yeah, this is
So,
so
like-
much less bad than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, no, like
This is-
I can get you so much. You want to see a 14-lane intersection with trial and a road? No, too bad.
So we're doxing.
No,
Dean.
too bad.
Just dox
To
Dean.
West Palm Beach we go.
But there's a few other locations I want to at least try, but my route building skills are very mid. And if you could see Hortense, that one I am actually somewhat proud of, but that's about as good as I can get because I'm not good at city building and all that.
Well, I think they're coming along quite well, and doing them from photographs and just making like a diorama is something that not a lot of people. I feel like it doesn't get done very much in trains. I mean, it definitely does for like screenshot comps and things like that, but it's a skill that I have never like even begun to cultivate. Somebody poked me on Discord yesterday and said like, "Oh, do you have any photo? Like, I want to be inspired. Do you have any photos of your route that you could send me?" And I just had a moment of like, no, like I don't. I've never really taken any photos of Tolbrand. I've made a million streams in it, but I've never like set up a train to take a nice shot. So it's it's just one of those things. It's almost like a use of the program that I never even consider, but it's such a good use of the program.
That it is.
What if
that
we
it is.
forced Ellis to participate in his own screenshot competition?
I'm gonna remember that time that Agilities just like drew a giant dong and submitted it as a route build competition. That's what's gonna happen.
We need to have at some point some kind of screenshot contest where it's just the most random or silly thing we can come
Yeah,
up
the
with.
worst screenshot competition. It's
The
it's like the Golf Royale, but
I know just what I would do.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
And there would be multiple 3D model dongs.
I mean,
It would-
some of us
it
here are
would-
into that.
It would get Ellis demonetized instantly.
Me doing it on the community channel, so I can't be hit by the copyright strike.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like Ellis clicks it, and it's just like a repeating GIF of like the worst thing you've ever
It's
seen.
hold on, I have the GIF. 1 second, let me grab it. It's way at the bottom
Okay.
of my favorite GIFs. There it is.
Also, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
This.
No, go ahead.
Without exactly revealing too much, I mean, if you know, you know. This is the current mega module as is. The centerpiece. I have to thank Mr. Ryan Lobster for that. But yeah, it's like I said, it's just slowly being chipped away, and I don't know why I didn't merge the at the very right, on the very right of the route there. I don't know why I didn't merge the two parallel things, because it's literally the same location, save for the bottom part. But oh well, filming, it's weird. Okay,
This
okay.
is great. I would just like slap these together as its own route. God damn it! What the hell is this? All right, you people with the
Okay,
GIFs.
and
Okay.
Dean, do
Yeah,
you want to
Dean.
like give us the elevator pitch on what the hell happened to your car? Because I know you have all these photos, but we should probably
Okay,
move on.
so
Dean, if
Go
you
ahead.
thought
So
your
I'm
intersection
putting
was
them
bad,
up right
look at the
now.
one I sent.
yeah, I saw it. I'm putting the photos in right now. Once they load, but so for a while I'd had problems with cooling my car. It's always had like a coolant leak. Why is it not loading? So anyway, so I had finally, so after like 1 week out of work where I had almost just like boiled the thing over. There it is.
Ads.
I had gone to my dad's. We talked it out, and I thought that I could limp it home. Turns out I couldn't. The car almost killed itself like a mile from my a mile from his house. So we got there.
All right, here's my floor. Have a good day, guys. I'm getting off the elevator.
Okay.
You wish.
What?
Yeah. So
Rock
So-
hot salad?
So with the help of this really nice general contractor, we dumped water into it. I limped it back to his house, and we got a mechanic there that day. Thank fucking God.
Woof.
And we had to tear the
Yeah.
the radiator and as it turned out, water pump out, which was fun. So the radiator I had known was a problem for quite a while. The overflow nozzle had been broken off since I got the car, so I had epoxied that on. That didn't help, which is why there was blue tape around the radiator cap. So we had gotten there's a whole story with me and AutoZone. We became great friends.
Did you get in the zone?
More than I would have liked. So
Oh my.
so he had brought a multitude of used components. One of which was a radiator off of another car, and a rebuilt water pump. So, the first step on taking the a radiator out is to take the fan out. The fan nut was rusted on,
Fan nut.
so we couldn't get it off. Like no matter how hard we tried, so we had to go out to the front,
Couldn't get the
which
nut
was
off.
fun.
Oh my.
Yeah, sure. Grow up. So we had to take the condenser out, which means. So I'm going to direct you to the top right image. What is that green stuff?
Uh-oh.
Wait,
Is that
top
coolant
right
fluid?
image? How am I?
We.
That's not weed. That has
temperature.
not brake fluid. What do you think
Oh.
it is?
Wait.
Is it
Which.
is it slime?
Is
Is
it.
it
top-
Nickelodeon slime?
Should be.
No.
No, that's Freon.
All right, so you broke your air conditioning also.
yeah, we had to take the condenser out, which meant taking the lines out, which blew blew R134A everywhere, and we were gonna clean up, but we forgot.
Did you
We
drink
plugged
it?
back up.
Ah.
No,
Oh, you should have. Don't
But
do
yeah.
that. No, don't do that. Don't
Yeah,
listen
no,
to me.
don't actually do that.
So you
Yeah,
does
no,
it work
this is,
now? Did you fix
It-
everything?
we fixed everything, but there is currently still a small coolant leak, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Thank God.
Oh, okay.
Holy
so
crap.
so actually so the whole kerfuffle is, so it turns out the radiator the guy had was bad,
Oof.
and I had anticipated some of this happening. So beforehand I had gone to the AutoZone in Olive Branch, Mississippi, which is about a 20-minute drive, and bought a radiator from them that morning. Well, when we this is incredibly stupid on my part, but when the guy showed up with the new radiator, we had thrown it on. I took the Arza one back, got a refund, and then we found out, oh no,
Hmm.
the radiator's bad. So
Ah.
we tore it back out. I went to AutoZone again, got a new one, and it turned out like the lower coolant holes, the a clamp for that broke. Like it's one of those spring clamps that they need to squeeze to get off.
Okay.
But one of the ears for it had snapped, so we had to cut the lower hose off, and thank God we had managed to get the lower hose on just enough to where it would seal, and it hasn't come off yet. Thank God.
I'm sure none of this will go wrong. All right, that was a long elevator ride. For now, for going forward, let's just save the car stories for Sunday driving. That's all the random stuff.
Sure. Sure.
Anyway,
I'd just like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Freon.
yeah.
Drink it.
No.
Just drink it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no! Drink it
You
alongside
fucking know,
bleach.
man.
It's a good supplement to bleach.
Good stuff. It actually kills COVID.
Yeah.
Gray's Peak. For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Yeah,
No
for
way.
legal
I heard
reasons,
you
this
guys
is a
should,
joke. Don't actually
I
drink
actually-
any like chemicals.
No, I actually
For
heard you
legal
guys mix
reasons,
all
you
your
should
cleaning
put
products.
bleach into a bathroom toilet after you use it.
Yes. Yeah. No. You should.
Yeah.
No, you should put bleach and then any other cleaning product.
All right, you
have,
guys are gonna
like
make me have to
ammonia or
do
whatever.
editing, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, like the entire
Speaking of
section is gonna
Freon.
be a sensor bar.
Yeah. Don't
Speaking of
disregard everything that was just said. Don't drink any
Speaking of-
chemicals. Don't drink anything that isn't like a.
Drink H2O.
Yeah, just drink
Speaking
water.
of Freon,
Honestly,
does anybody know who
just drink
Henry
water.
Cox is?
Wait, water's a chemical too.
everyone that's ever drank.
Dihydrogen
Yeah,
monoxide.
everyone that's ever died has drank water,
Anyway,
Yeah. Wait a second.
Anyway.
except for quite possibly
Uh,
Winston Churchill.
what time it is? What time is it?
Oh god.
9:49 Central. 10:49.
Yeah, we.
Oh wait.
Ian, I appreciate the attempt at a factual answer. I'm gonna just institute a policy here. Ian didn't know what he wanted to do here, so I can just roll a 1 through 10 and we can figure it out.
Sure.
Checks out.
Random number generator. Oh, we can't do one of these without some work. Or maybe a couple of these.
3 of them.
Oh, we're doing 8. Oh, this is the one I wanted to do!
What?
This is the B&M Burke versus
Oh.
the DT&I Burke.
Oh hell yeah!
The hoodie.
From Mississippi.
No, not
It
the
worked out
Hey,
Mississippi.
it's a T1.
I have a
He's-
picture of a B&M Burke right above me.
Awesome. Do we have,
An etch, but whatever.
does anyone want to represent the DT&I Burke? I feel like that's going to be the tough one.
I can.
You can?
Detroit,
Okay.
Good luck.
and Arlington.
Ian, do you want to do it?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, this will go well.
I'm sure
I
nothing will go bad.
Oh wait, hang
mean-
on. Is this like Is this like that one other time I was in a locomotive rail?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I can. I guess I can be the. Who's doing the DT&I, Burke?
You.
Oh, you.
Okay,
oh,
I guess I will then.
Okay.
You can.
Yeah, pull up a picture of a Detroit. Somebody grab me in a picture of a DT&I Burke.
Hey, class 700.
And then who's going to be the B&M Burke? TJ, did you want to do that?
You can do it if you
Oh,
want.
okay. Yeah, sure, I'll do
Here
it.
you go.
I don't want to make it lose.
You don't want to
Here
make
you
it
go.
lose.
Lose it.
I don't really know who's going to win. I feel like the B&M Burke has a leg up because because DT&I stuff has historically been kind of bad.
Do you remember what the class was?
This looks
It's
snubby.
what of the class of the DT&I thing or the
No, it's being
it's a T-1A or T-1B. It's actually
B.
they're both listed under the same loco base entry.
B.
I don't know actually what the difference is. Let me figure that out real quick.
Does B not have the?
B not have the hoodie?
I think B doesn't have the hood.
No, it's just heavier. T1A, T1B, engine weight climb tenders are much bigger. Oh, okay. Yeah, these things had some problems. Which is why they got sold.
Hey, that's perfect for me then.
All right. Do you have the DT&I things and the B&M things had problems?
Holy
Although I don't know much
crap.
about the DT&I things.
They're all things. Train is train.
All right. So you're gonna be. I think you should be up first here. So you can need to pick a stat out of the thing. Do you want a little
so
refresher
you-
on how to
Are
play?
you going A or B?
Hang on. What's the
Are you
website
gonna-
URL again? Steamloco.com or something?
It's in the doc.
Yeah, it's in the doc. This
Oh.
will
Oh, okay.
easy peasy.
Okay, thank you. No, wrong
Burke.
Burke. Alright, there we go. A random stat, sure thing.
I think it's tough to find a good photo of these, but I think I'm going to do this one.
I kind of remember how it works. Certain stats, if depends if they're higher or lower, you get more or less points.
Yeah,
So,
usually like for weight stats you want to be lighter. For pretty much everything else you want to be larger.
right.
I'm going to use this picture of 4020.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
I reiterate that all Berkshires are a shit except the hoodies.
Well, we will find out today. I don't know about this.
Aesthetically.
Oh, aesthetically. Yeah. The DT&I
They all
ones
look,
just look
they
a
all look
little
the
bit.
same garbage. All Vince wearing their garbage.
Yeah, the DT&I things are like a loaf of white bread for Berkshires.
Listen,
Jesus
having
Christ.
done a Berkshire Royale, former Royale, and having 4 of the 5 contestants choose Van Swangers, and having every round be a tie between them was very annoying.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been, because, oh
It was
god.
annoying for you.
Yeah, Tyler and I swapped Berkshires forever after that.
Yeah, I can understand why. There are some cool ones, I
Alright.
attest. However, alright,
Ouch.
yeah, Ian, go ahead.
Alright, so I guess let's start with superheating surface.
Alright, Ian, Ian, blah, blah, blah. East, can you keep score, please?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Alright, superheating surface. That's a good place to start. 2,135.
And mine is. Wait, am I looking at the square feet or m squared?
Yeah, you want the square feet.
Perfect.
Oh, square feet. Okay. 1,795.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'll take the point.
We use the real units of measurement here.
Let's find out.
Wait, what was you guys' numbers? I thought DT&I was higher.
I was 2135. He was.
I'm 1,795.
Oh, okay. I only heard the 2125. I was like, isn't 17,000 higher than 2,000? But I'm like, 2,000 doesn't make sense.
Anyway, yeah. So, actually, let's hear your combined heating surface then.
Combined heating surface. Am I still looking at square foot?
Yes. Just
Yes.
keep to the imperial. So most of it's going to be on the
All right.
right side, left
All
side
right.
of the slash.
All right. 6,316.
Okay, this is starting off nicely for me. 7266. Let me look at these two locomotives. Ooh, that looks hefty. Let's do high pressure cylinders.
High pressure cylinders. There it is.
You do have a bongo bongos.
All right.
Bongo
Am I-
bongo.
Wait, am I looking at diameter x stroke
Yes.
or inch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 25 by 30.
28 by 30. Yeah, these things.
Well, I think I know who wins
Okay,
that.
Okay, I really need to know some things. I'm just diving into the deep end because why not? I really thought these things were going to be bad, but apparently the DT&I things are more bad. Again, that tracks with DT&I.
In Berkshires as a whole.
Shut up. What is what is your factor of adhesion?
Factor of adhesion is 3.93.
What?
Ellis, did you just throw?
I
Apparently.
did worse than throw. I tied.
Hello?
He shot himself.
I tied.
Oh no!
3 point.
So no one gets the point, but it becomes his
Yeah.
Ian's turn, right?
3.93. Your turn, Ian. God damn it.
Oh boy.
You gave yourself the cursed Halo Magnum.
Okay. So with weight, you want it to be less, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. How about this? Wait, crap, I lost it. Total engine and tender weight.
Oh, there's no way I'm lighter than this thing that's made of paper mache.
Yeah.
Total engine and tender weight, 623,300 pounds. Oh no. Oh no.
I
You
don't.
tied?
I don't like that. In fact, I love it.
772,000.
700,000
No
pounds?
way. That's impossible. What they do? Fill it with lead?
This thing looks so bad, and it is so bad.
How is it this shit?
It has a good factor of adhesion, though. Oh no, I don't know what that means. I'm alarmed. I'm alarmed. It's that heavy, and it has a good factor of adhesion.
Oh my god.
I'm double checking the stat pages. Holy fuck!
All right, Ian, it's your turn still. Then
Was this thing broad gauge? Like what the hell?
Kaiser builds a
I
Berkshire.
can't breathe. Hang on, I can't breathe.
No, I
Um,
construction material, is that a style point? Because I think it's made of lead.
On this picture of the DT&I Berk, I know we can only see the very edge of the smoke box and the headlight and the beginning, and the lead pilot wheel. But I swear to God, that is a PRR engine poking out of the left side of the frame.
Probably.
It just looks
Looks like an
it.
Atlantic.
Does sound like it. Lilo!
Stitch.
Does sound like it. Firebox area, how about that?
No, it's Ellis.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's Ellis's
no,
turn.
it's not.
Wait, what?
No, wait, aren't you heavier?
No, I'm
I
600.
was heavier.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
6.
Ian was heavier.
Oh, Ian was heavier. Oh crap! It is my
Yeah.
turn. Whatever. Firebox area.
Okay, 394
Alright.
square foot.
All right. 405. I know where my strengths are. I need to play to my strengths instead of
Your
finding
strengths are
one.
apparently everything.
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
Goddamn right. I think I might go. These are definitely the second best Berkshires now, behind the A1.
What's the A1?
The
I need to
A1
look
is
it
the
up so I can
original
roast
Berk.
it. Oh god. Ugh.
No, it's gorgeous. Yeah, my advantage is everything. Let me just look at this.
It is the Berkshire of all time.
What is your
Okay, I take it back. The A1's kind of good.
what is your
looking.
valve gear?
Valve gear. Give me a
What?
sec.
Yep.
Why would
my
you call
bad.
that, Ellis?
Wall shark.
Wally.
Yeah.
Wally.
Well, shirts. Guess what I've got?
Baker.
Baker.
Oh,
That's a win. There's something that I looked at on the page, and it's the one thing that I remember, so I'm not going to call it. But something that I don't remember is Loco Base ID. What is yours?
Mine is 57.
47. I'll
Yay.
take the W on that. No, it's lower is better.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that doesn't look like a win for me.
Alice, I think everything is a win for you.
Well, okay. I'm not just gonna start throwing things out there. Last time I did that, I gave it away. Actually, I'm curious. I'm curious, and I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot for curiosity. What is your year built?
Year built. That's just labeled as year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, the good old Depression year of 35.
I was like, this looks like a baby Van Schweringen, so it's got to be relatively young compared to my 1928. So, I will give it back to Ian, full well knowing that no matter what he calls, I'm gonna win.
Well, no, I think there's like maybe one thing you can call it. He maybe would win.
How about tender fuel capacity?
I don't think that's it.
That's
18 tons.
Oh wait, am I looking at tons?
Yeah, number on the left.
Yes.
Okay, 20 tons.
Oh, wow, you did
call.
win that. Okay.
I mean, I assume most of his weight comes from his tender, considering his engine doesn't look. Well, his tender doesn't look that big either.
Oh, wait a
What the
minute.
hell?
Hold on. We need to. Oh, god damn it. Tenders.
Are you gonna pull up a picture of this thing
Blah, blah,
where
blah,
it
blah,
has
blah.
like?
They weighed. That's in. That's loaded. Oh crap. This is.
I have no idea
Hold
what's
on.
going on.
This is not a T1A. The stat sheet is for a T1A. This is a T1B, which got larger tenders and was heavier, which means that
You've been using the wrong.
300 and let's see. Hold on.
Doing
The
some
weight
math,
was-
doing some math.
The engine weight was 403,000 pounds, plus the tender, which was god.
That's
Hold on.
annoying.
How much did your locomotive weigh? Or what was your engine and tender weight again, Ian?
772,000.
772.
Yeah,
Yeah.
772, 870.
Whew. 733,600.
Wow, I still don't
I'm
believe
still
they lied
coming in under the bar. All right. When the weight stats, I
I
just have to go and check in the thing because I pulled up because 4020 is a B.
A.
I'm confused now.
It's
I
there were two classes of these. They built the second class sort of like some other locomotives that we know. The second round was basically functionally identical, except it was substantially heavier. Probably for a factor of adhesion. You know, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go find a T1A to pull up.
I'm gonna go ask Tyler how on earth the T1B is lighter than the DT9 thing.
Hold on, I need to find a picture of a T1A. This is really cool. I'm gonna use the T1B for like figuring out style points, but I'm gonna use this incredibly cool photo, or incredibly cool painting, I guess, of a T1A for the rest of this, and we're just gonna go with the T1A now. So it's not 4020, it's 4060.
The chugger.
Whose turn is it?
Good question.
What was the last thing that was called?
It's Ian's turn.
Okay, it's Ian's turn.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, excuse me. How about overall wheelbase?
Overall wheelbase. That's a good question. Yeah, because this picture definitely has a smaller. This painting has a smaller tender. Overall wheelbase, 80.30.
86.15.
Okay, yeah, it wouldn't make sense to me if you were also shorter. That would be like a weird inversion of physics. All right, I'll take that, and I'll also do. What is your engine wheelbase?
Engine wheelbase. That is 39.20.
God damn it. 41.70.
Oof.
Why?
We're up to
How?
10 points.
Oh, of course, because your tender's huge. Okay. Well, it's your turn then.
All right.
It's so weird when roads play musical tenders, so it's like, what were
I
they
already-
built with?
Did I already call tender water capacity, or was that
No.
fuel?
No, yeah, you just called fuel.
You called.
Okay, tender water capacity. Oh my god, so many people are messaging me.
12,000.
22,000.
Oh my god! What do they have? Track pans in Maine?
This engine makes no sense.
The DT&I, man. Wasn't
I
this
love
like
variety.
wasn't this rare and run by like the Ford Motor Company or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it was started by Henry Ford. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that explains why none of their engines make any goddamn sense.
I would like to see a Ferrari go against this. Please.
Oh, we need to do the DT&I Berk versus like the largest engine Italy had, whatever it was.
Oh, I googled Ferrari locomotive and it comes up with the Italio red streamlined high-speed rail thing.
Technically correct,
That thing.
not helpful. All right, is it my turn now? Is it? Wait,
Yeah, it's your turn.
oh, it's my turn. Okay. I have never.
No, it's Ian.
Oh no,
Wait.
it is.
Ian won. Ian won.
Yeah, Ian won with 26,000 gallons. Go ahead, Ian.
Yeah.
All right. Wait on drivers.
Wait on drivers. Oh, tell me I'm gonna win this.
I found a true Ferrari train.
261,800.
All right. Mine is 248,600.
What?
Wait. Reread that to me.
Wait on drivers. 2,004. Wait. Yeah. Not 2,000. 248,600.
Ellis? What is yours?
Wait on drivers is 261,800. Where did this weight come from? I was like 100,000 pounds lighter than you.
What is happening?
So, Ian gets the point, right?
Yeah, Ian gets the point. Also, I want to point out something. The thing says engine weight. Oh, engine weight was 403. It didn't. Indeed, by 1947. By 1947, engine weight had climbed to 406,900 pounds for the whole class. I don't understand anything.
Crap.
I don't understand
Me
steam
neither.
locomotives. Okay.
This makes no.
Also, they have that engine weight here listed as the 1947 weight, I guess. But they still have Baker listed as the valve gear, but they all had wall shirts by 1947. I'm so lost. I need to make trading cards for these.
No.
Anyway, you know what?
West.
We're just going down by the stat sheet for the rest of this game. It's Ian's turn still.
Yes.
Ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase. Is that valid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Mine is
Where you go?
0.4.
Mine is 0.43. So
That's
yay.
way better than mine. Well,
It's better by 0.03. I don't think that's.
it's
better.
way better on a
Better.
marginal scale.
I'm so confused, but I'm having the
You're
best
winning,
fun all
okay? Just I don't know if you're winning. You're winning points.
No.
It's the band.
Ian, you're
I'm
down
doing
by
better than
1.
expected. How about that?
The DT&I thing is doing better than expected, especially after how this started.
Oh,
It
boy.
went from this thing's gonna lose horrifically to how on earth is it almost win?
Yeah, and also, what even were these Berks, the B&M ones? There seem to be at least 3 different sets of stats for them.
This whole thing is.
I was really hoping, after the way this started, I was really hoping this might renew your faith in Berkshires, but it's really eroding mine.
It's only making it worse.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun episode to show my family. Okay, it's my turn still, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Tubes. How about that?
Dude.
Underheating
The
ability.
internet is a series of.
Yeah. Tubes, I have 86 at 2 1/4 diameter, 2.25.
All right. I have 77 at 2 1/4 inch.
Yes,
Damn,
a
that was
victory. Okay, I need to start getting some gosh darn points. What is your evaporative heating surface?
Didn't we do that already?
No, we did superheating surface and combined.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So, am I looking at? Never mind, it's the same thing. What am I doing? 265.32.
Wrong one.
Oh,
That's
evaporative.
That's evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume. Go up to like 3 from that to just
Okay,
evaporative heating surface.
Evaporating heating. Oh, whoops. Am I looking at the right or left?
Left.
Left. Okay. 4,521.
All right, 5,131.
Nice.
You know what? Did we do great area?
No,
Let's do great area.
great area.
Mm-hmm.
That is not Oklahoma.
Yeehaw.
Get wrecked, Pat.
I'm sorry, but I just hate Oklahoma. I live on the
That's
state map.
just entirely valid, though. Like,
And
fuck Oklahoma.
anyway, what's your great area?
88.30.
100 even.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay, with that out of the way, I'm going to go and do some guaranteed wins. Robert Livingston power computation.
Bum, ba-da-ba.
Who it now?
It's
Who?
Robert Lee Messina. It's the first under computing relating to power output.
towards the bottom.
Oh, there it is. Robert Messon.
Yeah.
Robert. 22,075.
All right, I lied. 21,000.
Cursed Halo Magnum strikes again.
No, looking at more photos of these things, it does nothing but confuse me more.
Which ones?
No, wait.
Both of them!
I love how he yelled so hard and
This is the-
distorted the mic.
This is the equivalent of
mic.
just watching two people punch themselves in the face. All right.
Like
Anyway,
Joel
all right.
versus
Well, you win that one. Do your turn?
Okay, what have we not done? Have we done axle loading? No, wait, no,
No, we haven't.
I don't have anything listed for that.
Yeah, that's not good. Don't do that.
Yeah, no. Have we done either driver or engine wheelbase?
Nah.
We have.
Oh,
we
we did
did engine. We
wheelbase.
didn't do driver.
Okay, sure, driver wheelbase.
Six,
That should be a win for you.
16.5.
16.75.
It is a win for
Ooh.
me. In that case, I'm curious. What is your driver diameter?
Driver diameter.
Here.
Crap, I've lost it again. Give me a sec. Driver there it is. It is 63 inches.
God damn it. Also 63.
Wow. It's almost like all the Berkshires are the exact same.
Oh no.
Ian, your turn.
My turn. Okay.
Style points is 20 points, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're 3 points away from optional style points.
Have we done high pressure cylinders?
Yeah.
Yes.
Boiler pressure.
Oh. I know I lose. 210.
250.
Yeah. Gosh darn it.
It would be stupid if we go into style points with a tie.
I'm stumbling through this.
If we go into style points with a tie, I might lose.
That's the funny part.
Okay. What is power MT? What the heck is
It
that?
is. Oh god. It's just It's a calculation of power and then divided by the axle loading. So it's power L1 but divided by the average axle loading.
Is it viable?
It's a good.
Yeah.
It's a really good stat, honestly.
All right.
Typically, the smaller. It's good if you have smaller cylinders,
That's
I think. Right? Or is that
no?
a
It's
different stat?
good if you have a lower axle loading. So like it favors like a good power to weight ratio, which I'm not
It's
sure.
really weird.
I'm not sure
when
either
you
of these
have-
engines have.
Well, I mean, you both have Power MT.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
If you want to call power MT, go right ahead.
Sure.
All right.
Uh,
916.10.
916.10. I got 1,237.5.
It should be illegal for this
Nice.
thing to have a power MT over 1,000. That's
It should be illegal for this thing
yeah.
to exist.
Oh god.
Hey, all right, we have 1 point before you can choose to go to style points. Please blunder it to me so I can get some points.
That would be really funny, but also don't blunder it. Remember, never blunder your queen. Only ever blunder the king.
Clink. What is
Yeah, Ellis,
L? Okay, wait. What is L1 again? Is that bigger or
It's-
less?
Power
Bigger is better.
Yeah, bigger is better.
Okay, what about same as a? Never mind.
Bigger
All
is
those
better.
are bigger,
All,
yeah.
all of those are bigger.
Okay. Sure. L1, I guess. Either I flub or I.
I think you're gonna win. I don't want you to win though. 27,197.
One more time.
27,197.
Ah. I got 34,886.
This is outrageous. It's unfair.
Now there are two of them.
Okay.
Wow,
Well,
all two of them.
it's 10 to 10. You can choose to go to style points, or you can call more stats.
What does that mean?
Like, style points starts to talk about the qualitative features of the locomotive, like the stuff that isn't on this page, and the stats are just things on the page. Like, you can keep calling stuff off the page as long as you want. The choice to go to style points is now available to you.
Okay.
I genuinely don't know who I want to win because I could give him some advice.
I know what I'm gonna do after this.
Is that like throw away?
No, I'm
delete
going-
these pages from the internet.
No, I'm going to go and
Press
punch
A.
these into the quick versus sheet and see who really wins. Because I have no idea who's better now.
Maybe they're just equally as sucky.
Oh god, they're definitely
Ah.
something.
It's so bad.
We already did that. Sure, style points. Sure, I guess.
Oh god.
Oh.
Okay.
What, am I not supposed to do
Oh,
that?
do we?
Oh
we
yeah,
gonna
you
do
guys
host
get
choice?
host choice. I think they had questions.
What?
East, what is your every other host gets to pick one stat to call. So
Yeah.
Local base ID.
look, we did that.
Already called.
Damn it.
East, what do you want to
For
hear?
a little while, so
I could ask a stat that would benefit the DT&I. However, I'm gonna go for a random one.
Go ahead.
Ellis Temelio's weight
Oh,
computation.
god damn it! You're gonna make us do math.
Yes.
All right. I already did math.
Wait, what was it again?
Ellis Temelio's weight
Ellis
computation.
Temelio's
It
weight
is
computation.
you take the weight on, you take the weight on drivers and divide that by the engine weight.
Great.
So
Great. The subject I love the most.
it's okay. What
So
you
we
can
have,
do
a,
is
we have a thing for that.
yeah, we have a thing for this. If you click on
Ah.
underneath the little Loco Royale table where it says Loco Royale, it'll take you to a thing called Locomotive versus Tools, and you can put in the weight on drivers and engine weight. It'll do the math for you.
Okay, weight on drivers divided by engine weight.
Weight on drivers divided by engine weight. So it'll come out to a decimal that's less than 1.
Hey
Okay.
Tyler, can we
All
get
right,
your
yep,
power
I've got it.
stats?
All right, what's yours?
How many decimal points do I need to list?
2.
2.
0.6.
So 60.
Yes.
Okay, 0.64, which is
Ooh.
slightly better.
Woo.
I'll take that. We take those. Dean, TJ?
Did we do number built yet?
No, we did not.
No.
No, we didn't.
Do it.
Oh, it's my turn.
Go ahead,
Number built 6.
6?
6.
Uh,
I thought it was 5. All right, 25.
Oof.
I still win. I just thought it was 5. I remembered wrong. Anyway, okay, yeah, 6. Okay, I'll take that. TJ?
all right. I'm gonna do. I don't know, man.
So there are so many
You should do
interesting.
same as above, but substitute $5 area for great area.
I wonder if I win that. I don't know.
Yeah, you
What are you
should
gonna
you
do,
should do that,
TJ?
TJ.
Hold on, I
You
have to
should-
I
You should do the one I recommended.
gonna be honest, I'm having a hard time remembering what the options are, so I'm just gonna go to a different locomotive and
Yeah,
What
no,
the hell?
that's I do that a lot when I'm hosting. I'll be honest. I always have the list of available stats.
What am I looking at? Thomas the Ferrari with a knuckle coupler?
Yes.
Oh
Did we
no!
do-
What the hell?
We have to do a Ford versus Ferrari Royale now.
Oh god.
Royale?
I'm,
Implying there are 5 of these?
I mean, I found at least 2.
Oh, that's so much worse than there being 1.
Oh my god, what is happening? I don't know, man.
The Terminus podcast.
Whee!
Oh my god. No, Ferrari actually designed a train and it's fucking hideous.
Wait, what
is this?
Oh
Oh,
god.
no.
Oh god.
Wait,
I don't
wait.
want to know.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, Jesus. Freaking I've
Look-
seen that somewhere.
Okay, look on the bright side though. It's under
not Brightline.
wires.
It is. That's true. You know what?
Because it was made for
Oh, isn't
Japan.
that- yeah, yeah.
Hold on. TJ, do you have a stat?
Oh.
Why is the front bedazzled?
Why are the
Luxury.
headlights like that?
Oh god, it was real?
It's
Yeah.
real.
It's
God.
legit.
Didn't James May do an episode on that once?
He did, yeah.
Nice. Also, what is our next thing?
Yeah.
TJ has to ask
I was
that.
trying to ask.
Sorry.
Sorry.
And then we got sidetracked on
I was
Ferrari
trying
train.
to ask if year was called.
Oh yeah,
Year
year
was
was
called.
called.
Damn it! All the
Hold on,
stupid
hold on, hold on.
ones.
I think I can list off what is available. I think
Yeah, I mean, so can I.
numbering class, builder.
Oh, we already did number in class.
No, we did number.
We did
build.
number built. This
Built.
Uh,
Wait. Number. Oh, okay then. Yeah.
yeah. Minimum weight of rail wasn't picked. Tender loaded weight wasn't done, and then tractive effort wasn't done. Booster wasn't done.
Oh, tractive effort hasn't been done.
Yeah,
Factor of adhesion. I'm assuming. Has
yeah,
been
that was
right?
done.
Yeah.
Flues wasn't done. Flue and tube length wasn't done. Evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume wasn't done. And then plus superheater
same ones
percentage
above.
plus firebox area. Those 2 weren't
All right,
done.
let's do tractive effort.
Tractive effort? Yeah, I'm glad somebody asked that because I really wanted to know. 66,640.
Tractive effort.
Yep.
Where is it? There it is. What was yours again?
66,640.
63,200.
Thank God you're worse than me. I just if
Story of my life.
if this DT&I thing had a higher tractive effort than Darth Hoodie over here, I would have felt so emasculated.
Hey, Ellis.
What?
Don't look in the Terminus.
Oh
What
my
the-
god!
Oh no! What am I looking at?
Sponsored
what
by
is this
Marlboro.
great,
Train.
not-ass looking mofo?
Oh wait, is this thing from like that one animation?
I don't even know anymore.
Anyway,
It looks like it.
all right. Style points. Let's look at these. We both have a feed water heater. We both have an.
Bark! Sorry. Sorry, Lilo's going crazy. Continue.
Both have.
I
pulley
think-
pockets, both have steps. Both have.
It looks like DT&I has an all-weather cab.
Yeah, DT&I has an all-weather cab. Actually, I have a question. Do you have a booster?
Do I have a booster?
Do you have something
Uh,
listed for booster underneath tractive effort on the stat sheet?
underneath tractive effort? I don't see any. I see factor of adhesion right under it, but I'm
Okay,
I
so
control
you-
F.
I think.
No, I don't.
I think. I cannot tell based on the image, but if you don't have a booster stat, then I'm going to assume that you don't have a booster. So can I have the style point for having a booster, please?
Yes, you may.
Awesome. Yay, I'll take that.
Hey.
Your class lights are in the stupidest place.
Me?
Yeah.
That's rude. That's not a they're fine, okay? They're fine. Otherwise, there aren't too many things that set these engines
That's
apart.
because they're Berkshires!
Oh, shut up!
That's because they're Berkshires!
I'm trying to find things that I have that Ian does not, and because I am like 10 years older, it's not working out for me. I keep finding things that I don't have.
No, you're 10 years younger.
Um,
Oh, wait, no, never mind. That's not how age works.
No, that's not how age works.
age is just a number. Bark.
You know what is a number? The number of toolboxes the DTNI engine outnumbers the number of toolboxes Ellis has.
Yeah, he does have plenty of toolboxes, that's for sure.
Um,
what is the score? Stop the count.
where's
Stop
y'all's
the count.
spells?
Stop the count.
Mine's in the
There you go, updated score.
mine's in the center of the smoke box. Wait, bells or
Bell.
lights?
Spells.
Oh, bell. Bell's at the top.
My bell
I
is...
mean, yeah, but like,
It's...
do you have an air ringer? Or
I would be reasonably confident that he has an air ringer, and I know that I must. Because mine is
When-
down underneath, like, it's on the running board.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
It looks like it has the attachment for the string part, but that could mean nothing.
I mean, if you're both, that's a style point.
I don't have a string. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I think-
I don't know how you could manually ring this bell, considering where it is.
Hanging off the side of the engine.
Yeah, you have the dude up front trying to change the light bulb and also ringing the bell.
Just hanging out with the hammer, just furiously smashing away at it.
I can only imagine that if this was the Polar Express, the North Pole would just be the Death Star.
Roller freight,
I-
question mark?
That's a really good question.
He might.
It looks like I have some roller bearings on my rods, but I don't know. I don't think so. I probably don't.
Yeah, I think that would be a point to DTNI.
Let me just check to see if there's anything on the DTNI page
The
about
page,
roller bearings.
Ian, can you give me any better insight on if you have both an air ringer and string run? Like maybe there's a different photo that may show it better.
Everything had an air ringer. So
Yeah, but the thing is, like, can it be also manually strung?
it looks like, yeah, I can see the little
I
thing
still
that sticks
cannot
up for
find
the
his
string.
bell.
His bell is on the top of his
Oh, I
smoke
see
box,
it.
right in front of the feed water heater.
Yeah.
Photo. What the heck is this?
Yeah, I think it can be both. All right, that's a style point to him.
Both have the same.
What the heck is this?
distribution. Yeah, this is a DTNI Burke. This is the average quality of a DTNI Burke.
Yeah.
In the real world,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't really have anything else for style points. I mean,
Did we
Firebox?
check roller freight?
there was nothing in the thing
page.
about roller bearings.
Because I mean, one was 11 or 10111? One was Timken boy?
Timken. I don't have that. I traded away my 4 Aces card.
Damn, skill issue.
I don't have it on hand. That was 1930, but they didn't exactly become standard immediately afterward.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's
knowing
it's
Ford,
definitely possible that there are roller bearings on here. In fact, some of them kind of look like roller bearings, but I am not Tyler, so
And neither am I.
So
I will ping Tyler 50 times for free cookie.
yeah, I don't know.
Cookie.
I really want this to be a tie, so both can go home
No.
Yes.
Firebox
Yes.
type?
I need to just find, like, a thing that says the crew really liked them. Unfortunately, I cannot find a thing that says the crew really liked them.
I can imagine they didn't like him that much.
I can imagine they also didn't like the DT&I things, because apparently in the summer the all-weather cab was awful.
I mean, yeah, checks out.
Ooh! You know what 4016 had, according to this painting? Although I would like to find an actual photo to back it up. It had the little, like, pop-out window. It had the bay window in the on the cab.
But, well, that I don't know if that's a bay window, if that's just the window meant to be open, so it's slid back.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find another photo, but there aren't too many photos of the engineer's side with the window in place. Most of the ones are no window, like none at all.
Well,
so
I mean, if there's no window on your engine,
incidentally,
that should be a style point towards the other thing.
Incidentally, it seems like they probably took the windows out for summer. A T1A did this.
What is this?
Oh. The Milwaukee Road.
It just rolled.
Wow.
It wanted belly rubs.
It wanted belly rubs, but
this will forever be in your nightmares
right
now.
over there.
It tried, but it couldn't quite get over it because it's such a fat ass.
The Milwaukee
Okay,
Road.
I don't think there are more things here. I'm
the
not
Milwaukee Road.
I'm not Tyler here. I can't.
I'm
tell
gonna
you
go out on a
anything
limb
more
and
about
and say Tyler would give 2 points to the DT&I book for something.
No. No. I'm revoking your scoring privileges. It's 14-12. And I am going to go and do this. I'm going to go throw these into the quick versus table while we do the news so we can see what this actually shakes out to in terms of...
Ow!
You okay?
I cut my tongue on a tooth.
Ow. What this shakes out to in terms of, like, actual raw stats. According to Steam Locomotive, which these Steam Locomotive stats don't strike me as very reliable.
Yeah, I was about to say, something about them doesn't seem quite right.
Like, they are all
In
probably accurate, but maybe not all at the same time.
You could say they're a little
Bum, bum.
They're a little shifty.
bomb.
B&M Burke by the points. TJ said he was going to go to the fridge. 14-12.
Well, I just saw
I'm gonna
TJ's.
I'm gonna vote for the B-Nam.
Okay, thank you.
B&M.
Alright.
I call bias.
Neither.
Not really.
Always has been. No,
Neither.
there is no abstaining.
I'm not abstaining. I'm saying they're both neither deserve my vote.
Alright,
That's
I'm
what
marking you down for the
saying.
B&M.
No, DT&I.
Okay.
Actually, no, never mind. Fuck the DT&I B&M.
Okay.
At least it's unique in one way.
Whee!
And that's because it has a hoodie.
Yeah, no, the hoodie is great. And well, they eventually got, to complete the story, they eventually got sold to the Santa Fe, and they changed them around. They put different...
Did they circumcise them?
Well, some of them were converted to oil burners, some of them were left as coal burners, some of them apparently still had... apparently 2 of them were given Wallshirts gear, which is weird if they had all already been given Wallshirts gear, so that's confusing. And apparently 6 retained their hoodie feed water heaters.
People, when they say Baker is better, yet words were converting Baker to Wally.
And then they rebuilt one of them to be like, I guess, what's the word? What's the phrase? Like the ideal Berkshire, I guess. You guys might not like it, but this is what the ideal Berk looks like. It raised.
Yeah, it's a pile of scrap.
It peak. Yeah. No. So one of these things had, after its steroid injection, I guess, 84,980 pounds of tractive effort. That is like a 20% increase. 20 to 30% increase over the over what they are rated under the B&M. So that's kind of insane.
We've confused Tyler on the weights.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm confused. Everyone should be confused. Anyway,
I know I am.
yeah,
I hate all of this.
we have spent
I will.
we have spent an extra half an hour on what should have been a short podcast. We were supposed to get to this half an hour ago. Let's talk about the news then. Dean, you go first because you have one thing.
Yeah, I gotta pop back up. Where'd it go? Tennessee Pass is basically just non-viable. The landowner who wants to, I guess, wanted to reopen it said, "Nah, fam, I'm good," and just backed out.
Yeah, that was Solaviv. That was the like multi-billionaire that apparently just wanted to buy Tennessee Pass and I guess run passenger trains between the airport and the ski resort area.
Just said no.
Yeah,
What
a lot of
jerk.
things stood in this way. We've sort of talked about this at length before, but I hope this finally puts to bed the idea of someone's going to buy Tennessee Pass and run all the oil trains over it. No one is trying to buy Tennessee Pass anymore. It's not happening. So
Kind of depressing.
it is kind
Yeah,
of sad. I mean, Tennessee Pass is a really, really cool piece of railroad.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly,
Kind of like
unless Union Pacific like collapses Moffett Tunnel, I don't think we're going to see another train run on Tennessee Pass until someone crazy who happens to be like 70 feet tall purchases it to run.
It would be
Niagara.
really funny if UP collapsed Moffett and then had to run oil trains over Tennessee Pass.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh God, we knew it."
Well, I mean,
It's no, this would have been prevented if you had let the sale go through.
I mean, didn't the reason Tennessee Pass closed was because like some boulder fell on it and
No.
and they just couldn't.
no,
get
that
off?
was way later.
Yeah, but the boulders
After-
falling on it happened after, like long after it was closed. It was closed because it's like dozens of miles of solid 3% grade with no brakes.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It is a really hard stretch of railroad to run, and it's really no surprise that it does not see trains right now. But it's in a really picturesque part of Colorado. Actually, I mean, find me a part of Colorado that isn't picturesque.
They used it for the filming of Disney's movie Tall Tale,
Oh, did they?
and also Under Siege. There's behind. the
Yeah,
scenes
yeah,
footage.
okay. That's the one I was thinking of. That's the one with William Shatner, right?
Hell if I know. I just
Okay.
know it's a movie.
Okay, there's a video clip I'm thinking of, which I think it's from Under Siege. They called it Dark Territory.
Yeah,
Doc on Pang.
but yeah, there's actually some really good behind the scenes footage. There's Conrail run through power. I'm still confused on that, but
Yeah, things get around.
Oh,
but I digress.
Yeah, this is the end of everything exciting about Tennessee Pass for the foreseeable future, which again is kind of a shame, but it shouldn't really be a surprise to anybody.
Yeah, it's kind of like Saluda.
Yeah,
Rip Saluda.
Rip Saluda.
That's still being turned into a rail trail, isn't it?
Yeah, the purchase I think
Yeah.
finally went through, which
Ah,
on the one hand, it's a shame to see it go. On the other hand, God knows no one was ever going to put a train on that track again.
yeah. It's the harsh reality of
No
it.
one is crazy enough. It's the same problem as Tennessee Pass, but just a little shorter and steeper.
And worse.
Yeah. Anyway, so
People-
Ba-da-da-dum-ba-ba-da-bum-bum.
I
Florida gives me immeasurable pain.
I mean, call me back when you have some 3% grade. Oh wait, the people mover.
No, not even. Yes, the people mover. That's what's so dumb.
Why? What's wrong with the
I
people
have
mover?
to,
I also agree that the people mover is dumb. Are we going to talk about
No,
Florida
the-
now?
Sure, the people mover is fine.
No.
It's the comments under the people mover article that is dumb.
No, I agree with the comments. What are they saying?
Well, the comments are saying rail is more expensive to maintain. We should do more busways.
The
Oh,
fuck?
okay, never mind. I take back everything I just said.
Alright, anyway, I need to.
Excuse me?
I need to go to bread. my determination is is blood for the blood god. Good night, everybody.
Okay.
Wow.
Bye.
Damn.
Half
what?
of
You
these
didn't
are
tell us who's gonna
pro-bus,
have
and
to
the
leave
other
early.
half is extremely racist.
Oh no. Pro bus? How idiotic can you get?
A pro
Because
bus is
apparently
better
buses
than
are cheaper to
nothing.
maintain than rail.
Which, in fairness, is true if you don't count the road.
Yeah.
Busways suck. Busways
Yeah.
suck. Build a track.
Yeah, people move are good because it's a very small, confined area and it's free and they run very often. I would prefer train, but I understand why did people move it because like 50% grade.
I don't. They should just like get over it in a literal sense. You can do some crazy things when it comes to every axle being powered. Like
Yeah.
the New York City subway climbs up the Manhattan Bridge. So it's
You should play that game.
what
Um,
game?
Getting over it.
Oh God, no, thank you. Done. No,
Yeah,
I've seen enough
but
of
the thing
it.
is like they tried to build the metro system around already built downtown, which is why it's like it couldn't be a metro; it had to be a people mover. Because it's just I love the people mover for what it is, because it is fundamentally something needed in downtown. However, the way they went around it could have been better. The people mover article also talks about how they want to run passenger trains to a freight depot for some reason.
Huh.
Something FEMA conspiracy. I don't know.
It's the whole thing is dumb because CSX is like, oh yeah, we'll sell it to the city, and the city's like, cool, we'll buy it, and that's been going on for 30 years. And guess what? CSX still owns it. Actually, no. You want to know the really dumb thing?
Go on.
Sure.
If you look up who owns the property, it's not CSX.
Oh no. Is it the FEC?
It is. No, it is still actively listed as the Seaboard Railroad.
Nice.
In the official Miami documentation of the area, because I was looking for something else, it is still listed as the Seaboard Railroad, and it was updated in 1991.
When we say Seaboard, are we talking about Seaboard Airlines, Seaboard Coastline, Seaboard
Coastline.
Industries? Okay.
Yeah, it's listed as the Seaboard Coastline, and it was updated in 1991, which makes no sense.
When did the
'cause
Seaboard
CSX
Coastline
was
cease to exist?
like the 80s,
Oh, okay.
mid 80s,
Uh,
86, I think.
Technically, if you want to get real technical, there was Seaboard Coastline Industries, which is how they got family lines.
No, it's listed as Seaboard Coastline Railroad.
What? No, I'm not. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the railroad
Yeah.
in general.
But Family Line ceased to exist in 86 when they made CSX. So CSX had existed till in 86.
It's very complicated.
Yeah, railroad legalisms are always too damn complicated.
And
Yeah. Anyway,
so it's because it's weird because the city says we want to buy it and they want to run tri-rail on it because that makes sense. Heavy commuter rail to these underutilized areas where the rail already exists makes sense.
Right.
I don't know why these people say they want to run
Just
people mover service on it.
Does Tri-Rail... Isn't Tri-Rail also trying to get into, like, the Miami downtown station? I don't understand Miami's station layout at all.
So what happened is Brightline is very ingenious the way their stations are designed.
Okay.
Because freight cars have a wider running like thing. I don't know what it's called. I know what it's called, but I just can't remember it. But freight cars are wider than the Brightline train, so the doors physically expand outward to the platform on like a small, like a movable, retractable platform.
Yeah.
However, Tri-Rail doesn't have that, so you would be forced to jump the gap. So that was being fixed. But then something happened where I don't know if it was the state, Brightline, or whatnot, but they required only Tier 4 emission standard engines into the station. Probably because, it's a covered station and there's going to be a lot of people there. And it's also in downtown. Which means then Tri-Rail had to rebuild 4 of their engines to Tier 4 standards.
Okay.
oh boy.
right now they're actively building them. One is being sent off to Texas in the next week or so to get tested.
For what?
To make
Venereal
sure they did
disease?
the job right.
Oh,
Yeah, something like that. And in the meantime, the FRA has the FTA, which is Florida FRA, is giving I think $70 million to trial to replace 24 engines and 33% of its rolling stock. We did the math. That would buy them 11 Charger locomotives,
okay.
which is less than 24.
That is true.
So that being the only engines on the market, the most available players are going to buy used engines, which are most likely going to be F-59s.
Damn. I was gonna say they're about to buy all the Caltrain F-40s that are about to show up on Ozark Mountain Railcar.
I mean, also maybe, but the thing is the F-59s do have a Tier 4 retrofit.
Okay. Well, see,
which is the enticing thing.
Weirdly enough, I'm glad Florida cares about this because they run like when they run the F-40s through Back Bay Station, the whole goddamn place fills up with smoke, and I feel like I've been choked out on my walk to work when I used to work in the Back Bay.
I mean, yeah, the engines don't pollute with smoke; they just catch fire in the stations.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh no,
it's a different type of poison carbon.
It's
dioxide or something. I don't know.
It happens to be you don't die of carbon monoxide inhalation. You just die of being on fire.
But yeah, one of the Brookville units, which, unfortunately, trial was corrupt like 10 years ago, and so they outsold to the lowest bidder, which was Brookville, which never made the locomotive before. Point in case, they're shit.
Wait, what? Wait, Brookville never made a locomotive before?
Well, they never made a functional locomotive before. Wait,
what does that mean?
Production. Like they've done engines before, but they've sold like 2 to short lines.
Okay.
And then they also proceeded to go bankrupt directly after the trial sale.
Oof.
Damn.
So yeah, those units break down about every day. It got so bad to where trial is now forced to upload weekly maintenance reviews of the maintenance they do on the engine to prove they are actually upkeeping the engine.
Good.
Because that's how bad it got with them breaking down.
Good.
Oh my God.
Everyone should do that. I want the MBTA to do that. Amtrak should probably do that too.
The MBTA is like, what have we done this week?
No, I want you to talk about, because you just said that, Brookville went bankrupt, right? Or whoever.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about who's definitely not going bankrupt, but before you do, if we're talking about things that keep effing breaking, Amtrak, for the second time in like a week, did a full-on deja vu across multiple tracks in Chicago Union Station. There are some just amazingly bad pictures of superliners at all sorts of awful angles, and then the one earlier in the week was a pretty short train with Chargers and Horizon coaches.
Oh.
No, there was another incident with Amfleets because earlier, was it even today? Was it today, TJ?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
The Kingston one?
Yeah,
I
the
think that was
Kingston
today
one.
or yesterday, yeah.
Right practically down the road from me in Kingston, they struck a piece of maintenance equipment and, ripped a hole in the side of the fluting on these Bud Don't Break Amfleet cars. This poor Amfleet.
How the hell?
It's a lot of damage.
A lot of damage!
And I just look at all these and I go, how on earth is Amtrak capable of running any trains? Because I feel like they're just hemorrhaging equipment at an absurd rate.
You should see that drone footage above Beech Grove then, because holy crap, it's a lot of unrepaired stuff they have.
Yeah, they need to get on that. I would appreciate it very much if they were to get on that, so that we could have, I don't know, maybe the sleeper car back on the Night Owl. That'd be nice.
You know what Amtrak should do?
We want the Broadway back.
Amtrak should just simply make money.
Yes. Yes, obviously. They should get good. Also, they just,
Get good.
if I remember right, they killed someone on the Gulf Coast.
Oh,
Didn't they like blow up a charger like by killing someone?
I think the Charger's okay, but they
Unfortunately,
did kill someone doing the crew qualification runs on the Gulf.
I heard the rumor is that the train was actually too short to activate the crossings.
Yeah, that's what Mason said, and I tend to believe him because that's kind of his job now.
But that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Ditto. How do you?
How do you not know how long the train has to be if you're running a crew qualification train?
But also, like, why do you have that minimum standard? What if you're running like 4 engines light? What are you gonna do? Like, flag every crossing?
What if you're a
Runaway
what if
train
you're
be
a
like-
poor high rail?
Yeah, like,
If you're the high rail, you get creamed by the FedEx truck trying to get revenge.
like I
That's
don't
awful.
understand why minimum counts make sense. Like, why would you have a minimum amount of train you need to have to activate the crossing?
I
That doesn't make sense.
I could only imagine that it's not something that's like baked into the system, as in you need to have, you need to see this number of axles before you activate the crossing. It's probably more of a, because these are done with like track circuits. That size of train just might not put enough resistance on the track circuit to make it go, train. And
But
it's probably dialed into where it is because they don't want false positives. I don't know. I don't know enough about railroad crossings.
But like, why don't even like one engine is like probably enough? Because like, you know how much like material you'd have to have crossing over both rails for it to generate a false positive? You'd have to literally have a locomotive's worth of material.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I can't give an answer to this. I'm just trying to find a logical solution.
I think it's actually plot by CSX to,
To sabotage the Gulf
and-
Coast service.
yeah, exactly.
You know what?
life is stranger than fiction sometimes.
Yeah. Well, remember that time Amtrak streamed this stretch of rail when there were no trains on it? The crossing gates might not even work at all.
Well, it said they were down
Oh, okay. Well, then
in the
maybe
article right here.
that entire
Oh.
line of speculation is wrong. Never mind that.
It says police say they believe the driver identified it, drove around crossing gates in an effort to beat the train.
Oh, well,
Idiot.
then, yeah.
WPMI TV quotes a witness that confirms the belief he was trying to beat the train, and the crossing gate arms were down, and he was in between them.
Okay.
Okay, so it is just typical driver.
Yeah. Outstanding. Sounds like
Yeah.
sounds like typical Florida driver, honestly.
Actually, it's the boaters this time.
Yeah. Oh no. Go on.
Yeah, if you thought the drivers were bad, the marine industry is so much dumber.
Define marine industry.
Boat.
Thanks. Not what I was
You're
asking.
welcome.
Like, what is this like the Coast Guard? Is this like industries, or is this like
It's
marinas?
industries along the coast.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I
Both.
closed the article because I thought it was an ad. It has like a little X.
It's like mostly ad. This page is
I mean-
mostly ad.
one of the tri-rail pages must have been made for mobile or something, because all of the text was like 5 letters wide
yeah, I
and
saw
all
that.
the way on the left side of the screen.
I saw that.
It just made me cry.
This person's name is Ed Killer.
Damn, I hate to be named Ed.
Killer.
Oh
Wow.
Oh my god.
Shrinks and Way and former YouTube name.
Mr. Ed, get down.
So basically, a bunch of industries along the that require access to the canal are suing FEC, the Army, and the Coast Guard over the Brightline Bridge, because apparently Brightline is going to keep the bridge down in 45-minute segments, or up to 45 minutes every hour, which I somehow don't necessarily believe. Because that was a major issue in Fort Lauderdale, because Fort Lauderdale has a very active drawbridge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's down for maybe 15 minutes every hour.
Right.
You can see 2 bright lines and a freight train go by in those 15 minutes. So I don't know where they're getting this. And also, both of those bright lines are like because it's right before a station, they're crawling. It's not like it's and it has to go down while they're in the station.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm sure Brightline will schedule it so that the trains basically meet. Well, it's about halfway, so it'll be close enough to meeting. And it says as many as 24 freight trains a day. That's like the fattest lie I've ever heard.
Well, it says Brightline is requesting it.
Yeah,
Well,
like
skill issue.
24 at
Probably both.
most. I see like 7 freight trains a day, and most of those are at 2 a.m.
I mean, I can't imagine that they're gonna. I don't see why they would need to keep it down for 45 minutes, like, overall. They might want to. Yeah, so
Yeah.
up to 45 minutes every hour. I don't. Oh, okay. It needs the closure to allow for the passage of up to 32 passenger trains, added to as many as 24 freight trains per day. Huh.
Ow. That's loud.
That's a lot of trains. But is this a manned bridge?
I don't think so.
I feel like at that
I would
point,
imagine
just-
it's not.
I feel like at that point, just having a bridge attendant so you could just open it when people want it to be open. You know, if the marina next to North Station can handle having to wait on an MBTA train every 5 minutes, these guys can figure something out. I do think there's a middle ground to be had here, but it strikes me as strange if this bridge isn't being run by someone.
What did they do in the Northeast?
No, it's automatic. Because also the bridge is and the former bridge shed is in the middle of the waterway, so you'd have to get a boat out
That is
there.
typically where bridges are. Yes.
I mean, yeah, but there's no pedestrian walkway to get out
Well,
there.
then build one. I feel like this is not beyond the capability of... Or just put the shack on the shore and run a wire to the bridge. I don't know. I feel like there's a way around this.
Yeah. I think... Because the boat bridge, or the road bridge literally next to it is also closed, for the same amount of time.
Yeah, but it's higher.
It's slightly.
Yeah, but those feet make a difference. They really do.
That's not the same as said
What's
bridge.
that noise?
It's
I don't know.
it's a weird situation.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I hope they figure something out. I feel like this lawsuit might be a little frivolous, but that's probably just the lead into we want to find a solution, so we're gonna force their hand. Blah blah blah. Maybe they didn't want to play ball. This is where it goes. This is where it always goes. But Brightline's doing pretty good, right?
Yeah, they're making money.
They are making money, like a
Money.
profit.
That's not something said about passenger rail in this country for 80 years.
Now you see why the tickets are $100.
No, I mean the tickets this far are $10.
Oh, okay.
On the segment, because the Orlando's hasn't opened yet, so all of this profit's coming from $10 tickets.
Wow.
So, well, mostly $10 tickets. If you buy an hour before the trip goes, it's $60.
Oh. Yeah, fair,
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, that's typically how ticket prices are, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if you're...
No.
Depends. Airline ticket prices, yeah, sometimes. But they sometimes also come right back down.
yeah, probably right before the trip
last
they
minute,
go down.
you know?
Yeah, because they want to at least try and fill it. But
I know-
I think if you're booking within 6 hours, it goes up 10% every hour or something like that.
I think... I'm fairly certain that Amtrak doesn't do any of the, airline price time changes. It's just there are X number of seats at this price, and there are X number of seats at this price. And when all the lower ones
Yeah.
are sold out, they start selling the higher ones. So, you know.
Yeah, it's profitable on an operating basis for the first time ever, which means it's not profitable just off like including extra sales and property sales. It's
Right.
profitable solely off of the trains alone.
Actually, I believe it's profitable because of their large stake in the Norfolk and Western.
Yeah, clearly. Um,
Anyway,
so they did in 1 month they did 170,000 rides,
wow,
which is a lot.
that is a
I
lot.
think. So I did the calculations,
Mhm.
assuming a 25-75 split between first class and second, and like premium and select.
Mhm.
They netted around $3 million, I think it was.
Wow.
That's a number.
So $3 million net, that's pretty good. And if that's enough to make them profit, I think they're running a pretty good business. If you ask
I
me.
also,
So
I
what you're
also.
telling me
Go ahead.
is that the government should do what Brightland's doing?
Yeah, get good.
Yeah, make profit on it.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the second it make profit, they try to privatize it.
Yeah.
But then they'd complain. But then they'd complain that it doesn't make profit and try to privatize it.
TJ, or not TJ, East, you are describing a situation that I mark down as an important thing.
Conrail?
But I don't want to get into it now because this is going so long. But in short, and I don't want to share the articles because I want to come back to it later.
Will there even be a later?
Yeah, later, like a future episode.
Fair enough.
There's not going to be much later, I'll tell you that much. Is Cincinnati selling off their highly profitable short line to NS? Anyway, dumb.
Horrible.
Not a good decision by
Bad.
government. But then again,
Government always makes bad
that's
decisions.
yeah, that tends to be what happens.
Yeah, we
Remember,
gotta talk
Ted
about
Kiss-
this. Yeah, we gotta talk about this. Yeah,
I'm
remember
gonna
what this
be right
guy
back.
said? He had a cabin. In the, I mean,
What?
California has been doing some stuff.
Yeah,
Stuff.
Pretty dumb.
it's pretty
stuff.
dumb. I mean, like the sentiment is not dumb.
No, that's what I mean. Like, this is like pretty much like every California bill. Their heart's in the right place, but they're going the wrong way.
they've got the extremely the iron fist of government, but just like without any sort of dexterity. It's just like pointing a cannon at something.
Yeah, like the
Legislative buckshot. That's what this should be called.
yeah, California passes regulations calling for zero-emission locomotives.
Yeah, by 2035.
Yeah, requires passenger, industrial, and switching locomotives built in 2030 or after to be able to operate in a zero-emission configuration while in the state. For line haul freight, it's 2035.
Yep.
Will only allow the use of locomotives less than 23 years old as of 2030.
Yep. It's
Beginning in 2024, will not allow locomotives with automatic shut-off devices to idle longer than 30 minutes. Except for reasons such as maintaining crew heating or air conditioning.
yeah. It's
Or brake pressure.
it's an interesting thing. I mean, I know they're trying to get on like the trucking industry in the same way.
Yeah.
So this is them doing it on the rail side. I don't know what exactly is being done on the trucking side.
Yeah, it says a day after passing the locomotive regulations, the board banned the sale of new diesel trucks by 2036. Required all trucks to be zero emission by 2042.
Oh, why do they have so much longer?
I have no.
That's just
Probably
gonna f up.
because so
That's
much-
gonna f up the
probably
railroads.
because
It should be the same for both, at least.
It should, but it's probably. I mean, I guess it makes sense because there's a lot more like nooks and crannies when it comes to the trucking industry. I feel.
Yeah, but really, what you're just doing there is saying that it's going to be really hard to ship things by rail, and trucking is not going to catch up to that difficulty for another like 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, and the thing about the zero emissions thing is that they're doing it the dumb way.
They like putting up the dang wires has not even come into the conversation.
No, literally it says, but the leading candidates to replace diesel technology, this is in the trains article,
Yep.
battery electric and hydrogen fuel cell locomotives are still in their infancy. Like, what?
Yeah, those are the leading candidates, guys. Absolutely,
And that says-
100%.
The Association
Mm-hmm.
of American Railroads said in a statement to the AP, there is no clear path to zero emissions locomotives, adding, mandating that result ignores the complexity and interconnected nature of railroad operations and the reality where zero emission locomotive technology and the supporting infrastructure stand.
I
Put up the dang wires.
if you're going to do this, and I know people are worried about the implications on heritage railroads for this. However, the note says the PROS regulation, which would apply to both passenger and freight rail operations that involve travel to seaports, rail yards, and other locations. So I'm taking that to mean if it doesn't take you anywhere, it doesn't matter. If it's riding you around, the redwoods for roaring camp and bringing you back to the place where you started, I don't think that counts.
Yeah, I figured that it wasn't.
I can't imagine, like, yes, ham-fisted legislation is ham-fisted. I can't imagine that this is going to be blanket applied to heritage operators. They probably
Let's
already
see the
have caveats within the law. So
As expected.
yeah, it blows people's minds when you say that you can run a coal-fired steam engine in California. It's not illegal. Just people don't usually do it. I think one of the shunters at California State is coal-fired, but they just don't run stuff very often because they don't have anywhere to run stuff. And then Roaring Camp, I don't know. I think they might be. I don't know what they're fired by, if I'm honest. But it's not explicitly prohibited. It's just, like most places out west, it's way more practical for them to burn oil anyway.
This guy Philip Mulligan in the comments.
Uh-oh.
First, railroads could and did generate their own power.
Yep.
Early in the 20th century, it became cheaper to buy power from commercial plants. Moreover, the power companies would become good coal customers. Whatever. But no, not coal. Sorry, Philip. Wrong.
I mean, build some nuclear plants or
Have
something.
commercial power lines on their catenary poles, along with railroad transmission and traction power. You can tell commercial AC lines have 3 wires, while railroad lines have 2. Much of Amtrak's power is emission-free from the Safe Harbor Dam near Harrisburg.
There you go. Oh, and you know what? That would be a good way to jump to Pennsylvania, but I do want to say that, like, this is the thing. Again, ignoring the heritage implications. If you're going to do this, if you're going to make legislation like this and mandate zero emissions locomotives, which is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it's probably, some would argue, certainly many would argue, that this is something you should be doing. You need to advocate for, the right ways to replace it, first of all. And second of all, you need to not leave the gaping hole. If your goal is to reduce emissions, if you don't want to do that, by way of just obliterating the current market, destabilizing the market, you can't leave a gaping hole that is other modes of transportation. This is not, even if this happens exactly as written, which heaven knows it won't, even if this happens exactly as written, all you're doing is pushing customers to use trucks for 10 years. And in those 10 years, the railroads will languish because everyone wants to use trucks because they can still use cheaper vehicles until the legislation catches up with them. Why you wouldn't do this as one big concerted effort, I don't know. Then again, legislation is hard. It's tough to get something to pass sometimes. You can't necessarily just lay out your magnum opus and say, cool, this is what we're doing now. Unlike what many people believe, that it's not like there's no God King of California. They do still have to negotiate in Congress and things. So things come out half-baked. I get why. This is... Ugh. What is Pennsylvania doing any better?
Pennsylvania is making a bill react East Palestine.
Oh. Okay.
East Palestine derailment. The California one was a little off topic, but it was government versus trade, and that's kind of what these are, so I figured I'd just throw it in there.
All right.
According to trains.com and penlive.com, a bill seeking to introduce a broad range of rail regulations easily advanced out of the House with a 19-2 committee vote.
Okay.
The bill seeks to set standards for reporting and tracking of hazardous materials as for the use of wayside detectors. And also there's a couple includes provisions limiting train lengths to 8,500 feet,
That's good.
prohibiting delaying an emergency vehicle at a blocked crossing for more than 5 minutes, and requiring two-person crews.
Okay.
We need more two-person crews.
Yeah, no, honestly, the train length thing is sort of torpedoing PSR in the way that it is being done, which I like that. I've talked to some railroaders, and they seem to have the opinion that bills like this aren't going to stick because of previous precedent in the law. This country grew up around railroads, and there's a lot of laws that basically say the railroad can do whatever it wants.
Right.
I mean, railroads do have higher jurisdiction than the FBI.
Yeah, they're kind of important, or at least they've been made out to be fairly important. I appreciate the Pennsylvania legislature pushing forward something like this. I hope that it has an effect, and the only thing that I wonder or worry about is if you are pushing railroads to have two-man crews all the time, which is a good thing. Now they need to have that manpower for sure. And if you're cutting train lengths down to 8,500 feet maximum, first of all, it means that East and I are not allowed to have fun anymore. And second of all, it means that now railroads need to have more crews on staff. So now the railroads need to find a way to get and maintain that base of workers. Good luck. That's what worries me. And the FRA is doing a similar thing, right? That's what this article is. This other okay, this is a little bit less thing. It's a non-binding advisory. The second FRA is issued this month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, not really. There's like, hey guys, don't do those long trains, please.
yeah.
As much as we like long trains, this isn't the 70s. There's
But
not
the
that much
agency's
variety.
advisory did not recommend a cap on train length or tonnage. Why?
Well, what is the advisory?
Makes 8 recommendations that railroads should follow.
If you're going to update
Review
air
and
brake and
update
train
air
handling
brake.
rules, da-da-da-da-da. Oh my god.
This sounds like just the frickin' Applegate memorandum all over again.
This is nothing. This is,
Yeah.
completely... This is nothing. It's just review and evaluate. There's no hard answers there. More states need to step up like Pennsylvania, I think. And Pennsylvania is not the only state that's done something like this. We talked about it a little bit in the past.
Washington did something like that too, I believe.
Yeah. Where did East go? I made a joke. I expected him to say something.
Tisk.
He's dead.
Well,
Alright, so last order on the docket. We are still way late. It's the current state of Canadian Pacific, Kansas City, which you have a local stake in, right, Ian?
I actually do, yes.
So,
I was, yep.
Yeah.
And I was actually there to witness the final KCS trains to go through my town, and the first CPKC train to go through my town. So yes, I have some emotional attachment to this.
what does this sort of arrangement tell you? Although this is very interesting, with Union Pacific coming in here.
Yes, that is, that is definitely something that is definitely something. Are we talking about the competition or the them asking to reverse the decision?
Oh, you can talk about either. I mean, actually, let's probably just bang the easy one out first, because if we talk about Mexico really seems to like CPKC. Like a lot. Like they're asking them to run all their new train projects.
probably because they're like, hey, the Americans aren't running it anymore. Let's go.
Oh no! Don't get the conservatives started.
Honestly, though, it's probably more of a wow. We recognize that CPKC is like a powerhouse, you know, because
I'm back.
oh, welcome back.
Hey,
Because this is their biggest railroad now by far. So
by way far.
yeah, by way
considering.
way far, right? So they've had a bunch of train projects, right? Like like 1,000 mile long Maya train and such and such and such. Apparently, they just want to. They asked CPKC to take over the project, multiple projects, including a Mexico City to Querétaro high speed project. Imagine if CPKC runs the first high speed trains in Mexico.
That
Oh my
would
God, if they
be
get high speed rail
quite
before
something.
us, and it's through CPKCS.
CPKC. Yeah. Um. Now I know nothing about would this technically fall under urban projects and all that?
Which
The one we're talking about. CP Mexico invites CPKC to participate in rail projects.
I suppose. I mean, it would be an inter-urban project. I would suppose.
Well, in any case, this citywide project, um, I'm not going to pretend to know anything about the economic or business side of things because that's just not what I'm into. But I do think that with the CPKC merger, it does, and this has pretty much already been established. It does open a lot of doors to potential bigger and better projects, and I think something good can come out of this. It's just the only question I have is, will the execution play out as intended?
Yeah, I think we have to wonder if. I mean, the CPKC has been offered. I think we're just waiting to see if they accept, right? You know,
Yeah.
I I don't know if they will, although I could see them sort of accepting and then not doing anything with it for a little while. I can't imagine they don't have their hands full trying to integrate two rail systems. They're not about to jump on trying to figure out how to build a high speed line in Mexico.
Yeah, that's I think that would be the best course of action and the most obvious one. And I mean, that would be like I said, that'd be the best course of action. I don't think they should really do anything too major quite yet. I think they should at least get a stable footing first, and then go from there.
On UPA,
Kind of like
yeah,
yeah, kind of like how they did with kind of Conrail. But of course, I use Conrail as an example. But
hey.
yeah, I personally, I think it could be something big. And I actually talked with a KCS employee in a Walmart
Mhm.
who just happened to stop by the Walmart in my town, and he says that well, I mean, he told me that things are good, but they were better on KCS back in the early 2000s. But I mean, like that's just a given with the railroad industry in general.
Yeah.
But he says he believes that some good things could come out of it. And then I actually talked to the BNSF engineer when I was before I stopped doing the trains.
Mm-hmm.
He told me this was like last year or the year before. He told me that he thought the CPKC merger was a good idea as well because it's two of the smallest. And again, this is just retreading old territory, I guess, but two of the smallest railroads in North America, and it's something unique, something that hasn't been done before.
Well, yeah. Now they have a line from Canada to Mexico, and yeah, this is the one thing that's worth touching on is that UP was asking a federal court to overturn the merger. I don't.
I can say, yeah, I don't agree with that
I
whatsoever.
don't think that's going to
that's a
happen.
moment. Well, you know, I could say it's definitely not going to happen, but it's the United States government. What do I know?
Yeah. But
I'm going to say there's a good chance it won't happen.
mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket though, but I hope that this gets dismissed.
Yeah, I can't
This
imagine
just sound-
that won't.
This literally just sound because like I get the whole competition thing, and it sounds like UP has something good going with Canadian National. I mean, like yeah, you have to keep competition and regulations and all that, and that I'd say that's good enough. But this just sounds like UP is just sore that they're no longer the biggest, or not even, or they're not one of the biggest railroads now
I mean,
by a
they
long
they
shot.
still are. I mean, this only
Well,
CPKC
yeah.
is only like third
Yeah, but
or third from the bottom.
yeah, I didn't mean it that way. But what I mean is I need some water. Blah.
Yeah.
Is what it. But what I mean by that is I think they just feel threatened.
Yeah, I mean, I would too if I were UP. And you know
Yeah.
what? That's fine. UP can feel threatened. UP can be threatened all day. They deserve it.
Yeah, give us back Western Pacific, dang it.
Yeah, make it all Western Pacific. That's what you guys were talking about before the show. We had so much energy 3 hours ago when we were trying to start this show. So much more than now. Yeah, but
I mean, I'm an
I blame the
insomniac,
verses.
UP
that was
CN.
great.
You said UP and CN have a thing going on, but them and
Yes.
Grupo Mexico are trying to challenge CPKC now.
That is true.
I just wanted to lay that out there, and this article is very nicely detailed. It has very nice maps, I'll be honest.
Mhm.
And it is like midnight 30. I cannot possibly ingest or think about what is going on here, and I'm sure we will hear some more things about it. And if people have thoughts about it, feel free to make a comment. Like, please do, about the CUM, the Canada, U.S., Mexico service
Yes.
that they're going to try to put together. It's the Super CUM.
Although I do have something to say on this.
Go ahead.
And I actually experienced this on the final day of KCS, and I put it on my channel, or what remains of it anyway.
Right.
If you are going to have some better services and increased services, I would really look into upgrading track infrastructure as well, especially along the I think it's called the Mediterranean Speedway.
Oh, the
At least in
Meridian Speedway, you mean?
Meridian
Oh, that's
Speedway,
right.
thank you.
That's right near Kaiserin.
Wait, then what the heck am I part? Where am I?
Oh,
on
it's also near you. You're at the other end.
Yeah. It's that's basically just Kansas City, between Kansas City and that one city in Louisiana, right?
Something
Guys,
like that.
Okay, hang on.
It goes east-west.
KCS map. Oh, fuck. Okay, because the part of the line I live on, yeah, between Kansas City and Shreveport,
Mm-hmm.
the part of the line I live on is literally just up and down. There's no left or right, save for the branch to Fort Smith, but who cares? Nobody cares about Oklahoma. There's the part of the line I live on, there's no major branch offs. It's just north and south. That's it.
Yeah.
And I know, and from my many years of watching trains, especially with Grandpa, may he rest in peace. It's if they're going, and I've seen them do some infrastructure projects here and there. They have a mini marshalling yard in Watts. I don't know if that's correct terminology, but whatever. In Watts, Oklahoma, but there's a lot of places, especially in Siloam, where it's single track. So if they're going to start doing more trains, then they should really start looking into adding more tracks where applicable. Because, and I don't mean to drone on for too long, but I just want to bring this up. On the very first CPKC train that just 4 minutes after the merger officially took effect, it was a grain train that went through my town, and it stopped past the crossing. It stopped just right past the crossing I was recording at, and that was because not even 10-15 minutes earlier, a UP run through coal train had, or I can't tell I don't know if it's UP or BNSF. It had both, whatever. UP, I think it was UP. A UP coal train had just gone through, and they were just outside of Gentry, doing the coal runs there, and that tripped the signal block. So that train was awkwardly kind of stopped. and it was blocking like one or two crossings. Thankfully, the only major crossing that they would have blocked got replaced 4, 5, 6 years ago. So, but that just reminds me of that one news article from way back when. We're calling a year way back when. Okay. About that town that was concerned. Hey, don't let this merger go through. It's gonna trains are just gonna cut us off, and people are gonna like die in an ambulance or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yep. We had a spate
yeah.
of articles. There was like one every couple weeks where we would have like a train was idling here for 20 hours and just cut a town in half. It's like that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, no, it definitely should not.
Well, that bill that passed in Pennsylvania, that was one of the things.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good callback to that too. That's yeah.
But I think they should start. I think one of the first steps CPKC should take is upgrading and retrofitting track infrastructure, either that or replacing crossings with bridges where applicable, because I know that's a huge undertaking.
Yep.
And it's but that I think that in my personal opinion, I think that's what they should really start focusing on.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Also, the Meridian Speedway is an east-west thing, so we were probably. I was thinking of a different thing, not with that name. Whatever. It's a.
Okay,
you
well,
know, I know what you mean. The north-south track south of Kansas City. You laid it out.
Yeah.
I was also confused. I don't know Kansas City Southern that well.
I've never been.
Anyway, all right. That's the end of the news. I don't have any. I don't have any things like maintenance away. I don't have anything for that. Game exchange is going well. That is all. Does anyone want to guess for the latest train on Amtrak, or should I just tell you?
Go ahead, just tell us.
No.
All right.
Well, wait. What is it again?
You can take people who want to take a guess can take a guess, but I won't force anyone.
Give me 6.
Give me 6. Okay.
92.
Ooh, there is a 92 on the system. Okay. TJ, you want to guess?
One of the silver services, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm going to guess 3.
3. All right, let's start with 3. 3 is 2 hours, 13 minutes late. There's also one that's on time. 6 is 9 hours and 13 minutes late. There's also one that's 41 minutes late. That's not the latest train on Amtrak, by the way. The Silver Star number 92 is on time at Jacksonville, Florida. There's a Silver Meteor that's 4 hours late. There's a Northeast Regional that's 3 hours late. There is a Illinois Zephyr that's 2 hours late. I wonder what happened to them in Chicago. Oh, never mind. They picked up that time afterward. There's also a total of 3 Pacific Surfliners that are over an hour behind. However, the latest train on Amtrak is a 12-hour and 90 minutes late California Zephyr to Emeryville. Number 5. So.
It's always the Cali Zephyr.
Oh wow! It picked up all of that time in between Denver and Fraser.
It probably
I'm looking.
Broke down on Big Ten or something. I don't know. It got stuck in the Moffat Tunnel collapsed on it.
Yeah, clearly. Well, I mean, at least I got the service right.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Termination for East.
Raw cod salad.
Raw cod salad. TJ?
Raw cod salad?
Anyway, I put TJ's with a question mark. Dean says blood for the blood god, which is the goddamn NS meme that he posted at the beginning with the salsa all over the unit. And I'm... Oh, you know what? No. I'm gonna give this right now, which is that B&M Burke beats DT and I Burke 20 to 14.
Damn.
I did the locomotive verse. I did the quick verses while we were waiting.
Who won?
I just said it out loud.
I wasn't paying attention.
The B&M Burke.
B&M.
Yeah, the B&M Burke 20 to 14. It lost every single one of the power computations though. And Ian, you had your. I threw that article down there to wrap us up.
Thank you. if everybody could just take a moment of silence or whatever to remember the man, the myth, the not so myth, the legend Gordon Lightfoot. He passed away on the 1st of this month at the age of 83, I believe. Excellent singer and songwriter. He has a few songs that do involve trains, but he's just he's absolute wonderful at storytelling. Give Canadian Railroad Trilogy a listen. It's one of the most beautiful songs and has actually saved my life once.
It is a really beautiful set of songs. I did a whole thing on Arnhem Radio for Gordon Lightfoot when he passed.
I wish I could have been there,
yeah,
but I was asleep.
Absolute legend. Yeah. It's amazing how pervasive Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald is. Just in all sorts of pop culture.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you hear what the church did?
What?
Yes, I did.
So the church typically blows 29 or rings the bell 29 times, 1 time for each sailor.
Mm-hmm.
But on the day Gordon Lightfoot died, they ringed it 30 times.
Oh, that's cool. That is really cool.
I wonder how I wonder what the families of the sailors have to say, because I do know that he had all the profits and proceeds from his record go to the families of the crew of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and he kept in regular contact with them.
Oh wow. Anyway, I need to
technically.
fix. Page 7 disaster. I need to go fix that so I can put the horse and waiver wire on this document, and I won't have to have 2. Anyway, thanks for sticking it out, guys. I know it's late, and thanks for everyone that watched. From the outside, this is not that weird of an episode, but like I said, it's 12:30 in the morning, and the energy dropped off after Locomotive Versus because we spent all our energy on Locomotive Versus, and TJ and I were out all day.
Fuck Berkshires.
So,
Fuck Berkshires.
so-
Fuck Berkshires.
No, this episode will be named for Berkshires. Thanks to Wes and Steve.
Tired.
Thanks to Wes and Steve for hosting the Loco Base, and we'll see you all next
Oh,
week.
boy.
In case of an emergency, call Conrail. Goodbye.
Missile is sleepy and needs to
Oh,
EV.
CWA.